Good morning and welcome. It is time for King of Fighters 15 here at CEO 2023. My name is Proxy, joined here by King Jobber. A little tracksuit action today. We are excited to get it rolling, and I know the competitors and the players are as well. How you been feeling so far?
I've been feeling incredible, well rested here, just like I hope the players are, because this is going to be an incredible and very scary top 8. We've seen some already insane performances down to the wire just to get to this point, and it is only going to get better from here on out.
Absolutely. Top 24 to top 8 was a grind for sure. It was definitely a lot of, we call it a prelude to what we're going to get to see today. Very, very excited to see the conclusion, as we said, getting our players together, getting everybody in, and one of the most exciting things about being at CEO is getting to have this experience in the arena. The ring is set, the lights are amazing, everything has been incredible, and also the incredible bracket. So let's take a look before we get in. We'll see how all these players have made it and who we have. So in the winner's side, we have Wero Asamiya coming through, facing off against RocklandKyo. On the other side, it's going to be Chino Funkey versus FKang.
And then, of course, on the loser side, we are going to have Gummy versus Yurikov and Coach Steve versus Arslan, which I'm really excited to see that match because Coach Steve put in a hell of a performance to get here to top 8.
That's very, very true. I mean, and also, as we always see and we always say, KOF, a very international affair. You love to see the diversity of flags coming to you for everybody here, repping it out, the King of Fighters.
Yeah, and we're going to decide who the actual King of Fighters is by the end of this block here, the end of this top 8. And of course, you know, you talk about being in the arena. Of course, we're kicking off top 8 this morning, all of the top 8s here at CEO, but another great part of CEO is the entrances. So I'm excited to see what the players are cooking up.
That is always one of the coolest things for sure. A long-standing tradition here in Florida, being able to have all these things. But it looks like we are going to head over to the stage for just a moment for Cookie, who is going to be sitting in for us as the MC. So let's toss it over to the stage.
Is it a testing? Oh, it works. All right. Is everybody excited for some KOF 15 top 8? Yes, coming up to the stage, first off, Wero Asamiya from Mexico.
Oh, he's got the tracksuit too, Proxy.
No, he definitely does. Listen, he understood the assignment. We're coming through with the stripes today, but coming down to the stage. I'm excited to see how this plays out. It has definitely been one of the most dominant performers here. Obviously coming through the winner's side, so still undefeated, but has, I would say, looked, he might be my favorite this weekend, honestly and truly, the way he's been performing.
Definitely looking pretty unstoppable with a very strong team as well. You know, surprisingly, in this top 8, we're seeing a pretty decent amount of character variety, right? That's just the testament to how the current balance patch is.
And his opponent, Colombia's sole representative in this top 8, RocklandKyo!
So when we talk about people who have been playing exceptionally well, obviously a player that's high on the list, oh, dude, RocklandKyo has been looking a little different for sure.
Yeah, and all the way from Colombia as well. South America strong here at KOF. You love to see it. Lots of representatives from different South American countries. And this is going to be an absolutely fire first match to start off our top 8 here at CEO.
Definitely, definitely. We got a chance to get into the ring earlier, by the way. It's is an experience.
It is.
So I think that that is one thing you always have to measure up when it comes to CEO. When it comes to playing at CEO, is kind of being ready for this environment. Being on the stage is always cool. Being on the being out in front of everyone on stream, you know you've got all the people watching. But there's like a different. We'll call it a different energy. You're up in the ring.
It's surreal. It's
really
surreal, honestly. Like, these two are about to have a really highly competitive match. We were just standing in there, and we were already in awe, right?
Low-key nervous.
Now imagine you have to fight to the death here, right?
Absolutely. But as far as things will go, we know that things will be, they'll turn out okay. We've got two professionals up here in the ring.
Yeah, absolutely. Two incredibly strong KOF players. Again, very strong international affair here at KOF, and that's what I like to see going forward through all these different tournaments. Same goes for the online brackets, right? These two players are no slouch to being big pro players in online brackets and really competing at an absolutely high level. You see them in all these weekly tournaments. They're just consistently grinding, right, as we get on that road to EVO.
Absolutely. I mean, that is one thing that is definitely a standout thing to remember when you look at KOF results for online, offline, everything in between, is that they are not necessarily one-to-one, but it's very clear that the players that continue to win online are the players that are also continuing to win here offline as well. It is there's some correlation for sure. So listen, enter some of those online locals. There's a lot of them are free, and you definitely should get involved.
Absolutely consistent across the board, but you know, nothing really compares to the offline environment.
Very
the stress
true.
of being under the lights, being in front of the crowd, competing for that belt, so anything can happen here.
And speaking of the belt, it is just an unbelievable prize. It's one of those things where it continues to, you don't think you can get better. And then they just, the redesigns come through. Oh my God.
Got that, the white leather strap?
Yes.
Like the old Intercontinental title? Y'all know what I'm talking about, any of you wrestling heads there? And shouts to the CEO crew, always great with the designs, the merch, the belts, everything.
It looks like teams are locked in. I think this is the expected. This is what we've seen all day from both of these players. We'll see what the orders are going to be. It was Benimaru on point last time.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think the big standout here on the team composition is Shun'ei, a character that is a little underrepresented, but those specialists know how to work with him. And I think the real surprise is seeing Shun'ei on winner's side top 8.
I would agree if it wasn't RocklandKyo.
You're right.
100%. But yeah, no, it's a character that definitely is a little knowledge checky, has some very odd situations, and you will see if you are unfamiliar with how the character plays, you will learn very quickly why this character kind of is successful. The movement is absurd.
Incredible. Like we were joking that he's like an anime character, right? Because the way that he's just dashing around the screen, but that movement is going to be huge.
But this is going to be it. Looks like they're getting themselves set up and getting ready to roll. We are going to get started with our first match here of KOF here at CEO.
Round 1. Ready? Go!
And here we go, starting things off with Kyo and Benimaru. Both players just backing up to create a little bit of space at the start. It shows how much respect they have for each other at the round start.
Yeah, I got the roll through. Aware of the CD, trying to be a little cognizant of the spacing. Does get the sweep, stop things for a little bit. The slicer comes through, but not too much to follow up.
I like that we're already going for those Kara cancels off of the CD, throw up those special moves, get a little bit of extra room. But speaking of CDs, Kyo has one of the best in the business, already getting that corner carry. But nice, we just go for the wake-up DP early on, let him know.
Yeah, one of the best things. I mean, two of the best things for Benimaru straight in a row. The meterless DP and being able to go for that cross-up that JP is incredible for those situations. But after the roll through, gets the throw, pressure, turned around.
Great throw tech there. A little bit missed space on the jumping CD. Is going to get punished, which pushes us back to the mid-screen here. This is a chance for RocklandKyo to close things out. Wero's trying to slow down the pace here. Doesn't want to overextend.
Oh, okay. Sweep once again. Not able to actually get the full connection.
But chip is going to be a factor at this point now. Even guard cancels do the damage. You can't afford to block a single one of these slicers.
Oh, yeah, the anti-air low. Very, very smart. He's able to low profile. Listen, the hair is tall, but the guy can get low.
You're damn right. And going to get a little bit of health back here for Benimaru as well as we come into Miss B.
Of course, Tusky.
Yeah, you gotta put the respect on her name here. But of course, probably the most consistent and strongest character in the current version of the game, right? Jenet putting in a ton of work, so many different options, the incredible air movement as well. And already starting to lock down RocklandKyo here in the corner.
Like that high ho. Let's get the throw as well. Meaty fireball into the EX. Continuing to work this pressure here. Benimaru, yeah, I was about to say, getting a little too close to comfort. That DP could come out, but again, it's just nickel and dime, no real combos, but it doesn't matter as long as you continue to find those hits.
Yeah, especially at that low of life, right? We were willing to spend the EX on the crash shoot there to get the overhead, just to add up the damage over time. You will build that meter back, especially with Jenet. She's incredibly good at that. But now it's time for Shun'ei coming in with 2 bars.
That gives away a ton of real estate in the beginning, but that's okay. He's able to retake it pretty aggressively here. Nice block on the first overhead.
Yeah, using that blue hand there to stay safe. But I like it running down on Oki as well, just try and push further towards the corner so we can maintain that positioning. And look at the movement you're going to see here from RocklandKyo.
Too far there, still goes for the dash in. Harrier beats that completely clean, does get the restand also, and that turns into a throw. Again, not a lot of true confirmed, but it doesn't matter with the wake-up super.
Just get off me, but the empty jump there is going to get tossed, and now you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Once again, back to square one.
I like that, using that to just buy some real estate. And it works out pretty well here. Gets the run underneath, the movement is clean.
Full confirm as well. Tries to go for the reset, just a little too far away for the 2B to actually connect, but we are walking Jenet down to the corner here. Shatter Strike gets blown up, and so does Shun'ei. RocklandKyo down to his anchor.
I love the idea for the Shatter Strike, though. Obviously, an incredibly strong game mechanic, being able to completely bust through a lot of pressure strings, but not quite in that situation, which brings us down to, it's him.
Him. Capital H-I-M. Iori here. Such a consistent character, good at literally everything, and with 2 bars here, it is absolutely possible for him to bring this back.
See him dash up with a 2C. It's a multi-purpose normal in that situation. Great for a poke and great for an anti-air. Wero, not looking too worried about it. There we go. See, you 2C. That 2C is going to come out very, very often.
Absolutely. I like the patience we're seeing. Creating some space there with the taco, just trying to get the extra recovery, but the 2D anti-air. And challenging to punish the Rekka. Very nice. We're going to spend the level 2. We want to try and get the kill.
Left doesn't have the OTG either.
And now we're going to back up, try and force RocklandKyo to overextend here. You still have Iori left.
Wow, sweep into the DP, is able to complete. What a read.
We're just banking on that gambling, man, and now it is time here for the Iori mirror match. Of course, on RocklandKyo's side, he is 1 hit away from death there, and there it is. EX Scum Gale into the fireworks. Is it going to be enough? Absolutely.
So there you go. Able to win the mirror match in the end. Take the first game down. Shoring themselves up. RocklandKyo, though, I mean, when the Iori came in, had plenty of bar, was in a situation where it was absolutely possible. That's one of the nice things about him on Anchor is how, I mean, pun intended with the fireworks here, absolutely explosive comeback potential.
Yeah, for sure, but of course, really down on life there, so it meant having to play perfect. And when you're going up against another Iori, trying not to get clipped is a very difficult process, especially with the way that Iori can kind of convert random stray hits into massive damage with things like the fireworks, right? Things like his Rekka series or the Scum Gale.
A little bit of a slowdown right now, though. Just considering things that the character select. Maybe just going to switch up the order. Maybe just wants to slow the momentum. Either way, usually a good call, I'd say.
Yeah, you always take a moment in between games, especially if you just lost. Like, take a breather, think about what you did wrong, and taking the time to kind of cool off your opponent. Because once your opponent gets going, they can definitely get fired up and things can start to steamroll, especially in this game.
Yeah, because every game, it feels like a marathon. Obviously, there's so many interactions you have to go through, so many different matchups, so many different characters. It can get a little out of control if you let it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we talk about it. KOF is a gauntlet, right? It's an endurance test.
Oh my God, I'm nervous, dude.
It's only the first game. But here we go. We're starting things off again with Kyo versus Benimaru. No real change in the order.
Oh, what an anti-air. Mix up with the Rekka. Dude, Rekka and CD is all you need.
I mean, that is
just dominate.
That's the neutral for Kyo, right? His CD, his jump CD, just such an incredibly strong tool. And then he's got a DP on top of it, right? So if you get a little too fancy with your pressure, he can catch you, especially with the EX legs, too.
Look like he OS the roll there. Doesn't get a full confirm off of it, but still, it's really, really good to maintain pressure, which is a lot of times all you need. It's a throw.
Okay, we wake up with buttons here, just desperately trying to get out of the corner. We have meter to close things up, but we need to be able to find that hit. Nice backdash there on the low from the Rekka. And you see, we're just trying to throw out these different options here to try and keep Kyo out, because when he gets in, that's what happens, right? Connecting the 3D there into the super. Very nice stuff from Wero, taking the early lead.
You're going to have to come into a little bit of a messy situation here. Kyo, obviously not a character you want to be facing down against this guy. Using that movement, try and bait out the Rekkas though.
Yeah, gonna have to carry some extra weight here, but so far that is what he is doing. Spends the level 1. Same side mix there. I thought that was gonna cross up. But again, just answering back with the Rekka. Kyo's neutral game is so strong.
Oh, and then the dash up 3D as well. Tag. Oh, and the spacing was actually perfect. Didn't press anything with the EXDP. But that little bit of vacuum effect does get some more damage on the table here, but 41 seconds left on the clock. A good chunk of health to come back.
Yeah, absolutely, and that is going to be very great for RocklandKyo going into this next round here, because you're going to have to get rid of this problem character that is Jenet. We saw before, you know, RocklandKyo was trying to go for those air options, but Jenet is so good at shutting them down with her air legs. And here we go, catching the roll. He's going to get a nice confirm off of this. How much are we willing to spend? Level 2?
Definitely the right decision here. One interaction left. Oh, lands and tries to go for the throw. Gets thrown on his own. Rolls away. Creates a little bit of space, but it's not going to matter against the Shatter Strike.
And that is a hard call out because RocklandKyo has been going for those punches, the red hand, over and over in pressure to try and poke his way out, right? So just a nice call out there from Wero. Unfortunately, he's still going to end up losing Jenet in that interaction.
Okay, an opportunity to potentially build on this lead even further. At least, at minimum, make Iori spend some of this bar.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think if Iori gets a hit, you're going to have to spend the bar here, right? Unless you're feeling extra confident, which is exactly what Wero is. Wants to hold on to it for that mirror match at the end. And there it is, the 2D staggered is going to shut down Shun'ei. We're going to get all our health back, and we got to hold on to that meter. That's a huge win.
Yeah, very, very even situation here. Decide winners bracket lives. Jump to C, beats a clean.
Red versus gold here, back up against the wall. Nice patience there to get a punish.
Oh, repositioned exactly for that anti-air, I think, but wasn't quite ready for it. Still gets the jump in, though. He's going to go straight into fireworks.
EX? This might kill. Actually, yeah. Hold up, my channel points. No, too far away to get the ODG, but he was so close. Still only needs one touch. RocklandKyo has to play this perfectly.
No! Tried to go for it, had the right idea. It does not connect, not quite there. Oh, I love it though. I love the foresight. Chucks the fireball, was ready with the level 3, but Wero is still good to go on 2 games in a row. He's gonna be heading on forward through the winner's bracket.
Absolutely, that's a classic strategy you see for a lot of characters with like projectile supers,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
you look at a character like Joe, it's just classic. You throw out fireball, the moment they jump, you let that level 3 rip. But Iori has a little bit of that travel time there, so just barely missing.
Yeah, it's. I'm glad you bring up Joe because that is like one of the premier ways to be able to get things done with him. But yeah, unfortunately, a little bit misspaced, a little bit mistimed, a lot of potential on the table, but. You know, that's one of the nice things about fighting games and about continuing to see these tournaments is that you cannot dwell on the past, only forward.
Yeah,
only
absolutely.
forward.
And forward, we are going to be moving to our next match coming up. Super excited to see. Of course, it is only elite players here in the top 8, so we're going to throw it back to Cookie.
How was that for your first top 8 match of this morning? And we're not done just yet. Our next 2 players, another slobber knocker to be had. Coming up to the stage first, from Peru, Chino Funkey!
And there we go, all the way from Peru. Got the flag on the back here. Man, I dripped out with the cape and everything.
Definitely love to see it here, but bringing that regional pride to the stage.
We talked about that's one of our favorite parts of fighting games. One of our favorite parts of King of Fighters as well is that regional pride. Of course, Peru versus Brazil is going to be an absolute incredible match coming up. You can just see the happiness on his face. Happy to be here. The entrance is one of the greatest parts.
Say, as you should be. I mean, an incredibly stacked tournament. It has been a grind for all the players, all the spectators, everybody even involved.
I know. We thought we were in for a treat, you know, for that top 24, but I think we're in for an even bigger one here in top 8. Chino Funkey with, of course, great qualifying match.
And coming up, his opponent from Brazil, FKang!
And FKang, who already has had some very impressive matches, even to make it into this place. You can see, taking it in, excited to be moving, excited to be rolling, excited to be here. CEO 2023. Oh man, I already had definitely had one of the most nail-biting qualifiers to get here with that match with Arslan Ash. So has already had some been on the edge of his seat a couple times already this bracket.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know, going into top 8 after defeating Arslan Ash is definitely a big win here for FKang. So has to feel good about being on the winner's side. And I'm excited to see how this match is going to turn out between these two. It has been already a great CEO already. So excited for this. The very first top 8 here. KOF kicking things off. What a pleasure.
Yeah, definitely good to get to see the arena all warmed up as we continue to roll throughout the weekend. There will be top 8s through and through here in the arena from now on, which is going to be very, very fun to get to watch. I mean, culminating at the top with Street Fighter, but for now, dude, SNK continues to roll the early morning KOF. I love it.
I do love it too. It's a great way to start off your day. Just a nice shot of KOF, right? Nice espresso of KOF.
Something like that. Well, it looks like they're getting ourselves set, getting our buttons all checked up before we get into our characters. Oh, dude, another one that's going to be a fast and furious for sure.
I feel like that's going to be the case for a lot of these matches as well until, you know, we start to get way later on into the bracket. Everyone's hungry. It's early in the morning. They want to get in. They want to push their way through the bracket here, especially in the winner side when you still have that extra life to give, right, in losers. You're willing to take a few extra risks.
Also, one of the nicest things about having an early morning top 8 is that you have all day to celebrate. So if you're able to take it home, you're able to get that belt. You're going to be able to, you know, we'll have a little swagger in the walk with the belt over your shoulder all throughout the rest of the weekend.
Let's just hope they didn't celebrate a little too hard last night, qualifying. But speaking of Joe, we mentioned, speaking of the devil, and he will appear here. We are going to have Joe in top 8. Can you believe it? Of course, backed up by Kyo and Chizuru. Chizuru has been an absolute insane character, but man, this other team.
I know. We've talked about this a lot. As far as team compositions go, these are my 2 favorite players in the top 8. Definitely fun to get to watch. Ralf on the one side facing off against Joe. I feel like we saw this a ton in Season 1 1.0 of the game because these 2 characters both were in incredibly strong spots, both toned down a little bit, but still going to be a brawl.
Yeah, absolutely effective characters. Of course, Ralf kind of traded that 5D for the 2C, right? But he still puts out the damage. He still has the OTG with the Superman punch. He still has the DP that hits both sides, and those are a lot of really good tools for a character.
Plus, if you're picking Ralf, I think you're just picking him for the energy. Look at this. Listen, I'm just saying. Here we go. Getting into the match. Does get the jump over the first fireball. Not going to get too much reward for it, though, but still, they get a ton of real estate into the corner.
Yeah, but here we go, resetting with that 2C, tries to go for the empty jump low, and you got to be careful about figuring out when it's your turn to press against Ralf. Already close to stun, but you might not even have enough life left to get stunned at this point.
Oh no, dude, that's looking like the secret. Maybe it's never your turn against Ralf.
You just have to hold all that pressure, but there's a nice tiger upper, just sitting back trying to throw out these tornadoes and zone out. You don't want to overextend too much, but that EX turn punch flows straight through.
So honestly and truly, just kind of handling the first character there. Chino, like an incredibly strong. Took just a tiny bit of damage there. The jump CD is going to solve some of those issues though, but what a great position there. I like the jump over, greedy stuff.
Yeah, and you see we are definitely just fishing with that 2C there from Chino, right? Trying to get the big damage starters. I really love the use of the 5C as well. Just long reaching, and there it is, the DP hitting the other side. No cross-ups for you.
Yeah, we see that super often. That's one of the strongest reasons to play Ralf is because you kind of can ignore that situation. Unfortunately, though, the run underneath kind of misses the inputs up. He's able to get the mix.
Yeah, there's the backdash, putting yourself into the wall. Nice with the 5A, stuffing out of the air, able to swap sides, and now FKang is back into the corner here. And look at the way each of those punches just chunks your guard gauge.
Good block into the throw. What a way to spend the meter. Kind of recognize that Chino was committed to the block there, and I mean, it's kind of an iron fortress. What a better way to get through it. But speaking of people who are able to break through iron fortresses, little command grab action the other side. Clark, the hero we deserve.
One of the most snowball-heavy characters in the entire game. Staggers the final hit of the Rekka there, EX red kick. But it might be FKang being the one who's snowballing. There's the level 1. We get the pick up. Give me your face.
A little too far for the 2D. Still okay, though.
And 2D is a great neutral tool as well for Clark, but here we go. EX backbreaker.
Let's take him to the corner as well. Yep, gonna drop the elbow.
Yeah, the elbow does give you better Oki, a little bit less damage. That's all right. There it is, backbreaker again. And we spend the level 1, get the kill.
Dude, after 2 standing Bs, it looked like he was gonna be just a little too far away, but it's not gonna matter. That is like such a tricky situation. That's like max distance.
Look, rule of thumb, if Clark throws you twice, round's over.
Honestly, I respect that.
Let's see how we're going to be able to get in on Chizuru.
Oh, there's
we're
one.
We're in. The X tackle goes for the rolling death cradle. We want to throw her all the way into the corner. From mid-screen, gets the low. And JA. JA is one hell of an air tool here for Clark, especially if he gets that counter hit in the air-to-air situations, being able to go into that EX tackle.
Oh, you saw that little buffer. Gonna hang out, buffering the 2D. Yep, you can hit the clone.
Yeah, that's exactly why you see him putting out that 2D, right? Trying to just stuff the clones when they come out. Shatter Strike is going to whiff, unfortunately throwing away some of that meter, but still in a very strong position at the moment. Just has to find that one touch. Oh my god! Punch. Are you kidding me? Rolling Death Cradle back into the corner, and that's game number 1.
We definitely was not expecting to turn punch in a situation like that, and apparently neither was FKang, because that was definitely what a chase down.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to take a swig of water after that one. Think about, okay, what went wrong there? Clark went wrong. That's what happened.
Hey, listen.
Again,
we're cutting down on the rules. Only needed one.
You're right, you're right. I mean, he's just such a snowball-heavy character. One of those characters that has been kind of flying under the radar when it comes to all the balance patches. Not getting changed too much, because honestly, where he's at is very solid.
I think that he's right where he needs to be.
Yeah, he needs it. That's the translation. Looks
like it should be okay, though. No deciding of the character switching, no order switch. It's going to be straight back into it.
No, I think this team composition is still really good for FKang. It's just dealing with that problem character of Clark, right? You got to kind of zone him out, don't allow him to get, you can't let him get in, right? You have to play that spacing game. It can be a little difficult sometimes against that character. But right now, doing a great job against Ralf here. Putting in a ton of damage with the knee loops.
Oh, okay. What a rundown, okay.
No fear in the heart of Chino Funkey here. Here we go, level 1 on the ground. Go for the OTG, absolutely. Get that extra take of damage, but runs right into the big boot. Yeah, just jumping around trying to throw out that CD, trying to find one solid hit. There's the slide.
Should be huge if you get through Ralf. Joe, I think, has a pretty decent situation coming into Clark and is able to get the jab to beat the roll. So here we go. I like this matchup.
I do. I think it's good that FKang kind of forced the situation a little bit. As scary as it is, you got back more health for doing that instead of just trying to run down the clock. You know you're in a dangerous scenario and you need as much health as you can get against Clark.
Push block into a good CD. Closes the distance. Is going to spend the super. It's going to take it all the way to the wall.
Gets the frame kill also, building up some of that meter with the Tiger Knee. Clean jumping. This is going to hurt Proxy.
Still has a bar. How are you going to spend it here? Just a double DP. No, he is going to spend it, but it's not quite enough.
One touch away.
No.
Oh no, the hop in from Clark, and this is where it can all crumble. There's the turn punch, DX tackle. Yep. Get that extra damage, you get that corner positioning. Oh, no! You kidding me?
Listen.
Are you kidding me? I got tossed. All of you got tossed.
This is the mania, dude.
Clark mania. Clark's running wild. But that's all right. FKang still has Kyo and Chizuru left on deck, and this should absolutely be a dead Clark. Spend the cash, get rid of that problem character, and now you're in a much better situation here going into Heidern. But Heidern is no slouch either.
I have said it a million times, and I'll continue to say it. He's definitely the best character that doesn't get talked about. Recently, I think people are starting to see it a little bit more with how he's been handling things. But Heidern is definitely scary in these situations. But Kyo, again, a bully. He kind of handled these situations that Heidern tries to set up.
Yeah, I mean, it's CD, jumping CD, the Rekkas. Kyo has so many safe ways to just get in and establish pressure. And if you guess wrong or press a button, you're going to get a ton of damage for it. And unfortunately, guesses wrong there with the DP and is going to get blown up. 1-1.
So the back and forth between the two, and that really was just all it was. The point war victory was more than enough to be able to sway things. That's just how it has been, and that's how it is sometimes in certain matchups. But between these two, it's definitely feeling like the vibe. I feel like Joe versus Ralf really is going to decide it all.
I mean, especially when you're so evenly matched up, right? It all matters about how much life you have going into the second character, and he did a really good job rushing down Ralf and shutting down Ralf before the time got too low so we could get that extra health back going against Clark just as a contingency plan.
We're going to switch up the order. Ralf versus Joe is not going to have to be the problem. We're going to see how Heidern actually deals with it.
Heidern, I like him on point. And I like how Kizzy describes his character. He's a liar. He is a liar. He lures you with a false sense of security. You think he's his owner, right? He's throwing out all these fireballs, doing these flash kicks, and then truth is, he just wants you to get in close so he can start mixing you up.
That's very true. Listen, he has some of the most consistent and stable mix-up off of his touches because he can end in the command throw.
Ready, go!
And we talk about this lengthy man just jumping around too, looking so goofy, but all right. FKang starting off strong, the CD into the fireball, already walking Chino down to the corner.
Ooh, want to jump over though, nice reposition. Just to hop over. You're trying to stay at that perfect range where you can threaten Joe with the 2C, but unfortunately, that's a range that Joe is so comfortable to play.
For sure. Look at that, the 2B coming out, getting the full confirm off of this. And it's still going. Tiger knee comes out too, double knees. And so far, unfortunately, this switch here to Heidern does not look like it is working out. At the moment, blocks the cross-up attempt as well.
Small punish, but nothing really to write home about. Back it off, and this life differential is just, I was going to say looking insurmountable. It has become insurmountable. FKang takes the point war, and that has been the deciding factor a lot of times in these matches.
And even more so, this is the healthiest Joe has been going into Clark now.
And that confidence on the run-up throw.
You throw the grappler? That's crazy. Here we go, trade back to full screen, and oh no, whiffing the tiger upper. He just vacuumed him in with that off the 2C. Here we go, we want the Oki.
Oh, still okay. He's able to go for the 2C.
That's crazy that he's still able to get the punish off of that. We're going to go for the Oki again. Jumping CD, get the pressure on, hit him with the close Bs.
Oh, didn't work out though. Air to air, trades.
Every single hit adding up here.
Be careful, can't jump fireballs. Level 2, but it doesn't matter. Gets the jab. So smart to not overcommit and jump a fireball. FKang, he's throwing the fireball and he's just buffering. He's like, please, I dare you, take those boots off the ground, bro.
And that is also one of the downsides, one of the weaknesses of Joe, having some of those buttons that do whip on crouching opponents, right? It puts you in those scary situations, but here we are, back to Clark versus Kyo.
Very nice. Juggles anywhere.
Another pivotal part of this matchup here. Lots of bar on the side of FKang. Spend some of that defensively. I like that a lot. You don't want to be stuck in the corner against Clark, especially with the way that Chino has been playing.
Oh, what a whiff punish. Hit again, close to the distance.
Funkey is going to be checking your spacing at all times. You're not allowed to whiff anything when that 2D is available, or even the way that he's been utilizing 2C so far with Clark has been incredible. Wow.
Hold up back, trying to escape from anything here. There's the level 1, not going to be able to get an OTG, was not high enough to whiff the Rekkas.
Oh, but we are in a good position here. Just needs to find that touch or that throw. Rolls backwards, goes for the neutral jump. Was a little too high. It's all right. The chip damage is going to be enough to close it out. And now we are at set point for FKang.
Nerve-wracking stuff. In a perfect world here, Ralf really needs to be able to save meter here. I think you need to go into this anchor matchup having a quick max available if you can. It's so important to be able to get those confirms.
Feels like we're flashback to a year ago with Anchor Ralf here in top 8, but now we do have maximum available.
Oh my god, anything now.
Any touch, even chip damage. Ooh. Nice, just avoiding the Ralf punch there. But even machine gun punches, not going to end up the kill, but there we go. Dive punch hits. And here we go, final game, final round, down to the anchors. Full health Ralf. But of course, one of these things is not like the other. Look at the meter here on FKang's side. Has to get through the wall that is the Chizuru clones.
I like this though. Has come into this with, I was going to say, a quick max on his side, but unfortunately now it's going to be locked out of his own. A ton of damage to come through.
We've seen these comebacks before in these high-stress situations. Don't count Chino out yet. Great throw tech there. Throws out the standing D. And here's the touch. Immediately into the level.
Yep. Okay. 2, rocket punch.
Yep. Getting that extra damage. Saving that extra bar as well, but the 2D comes on out.
What a block there. The empty jump low was a nice attempt, but is not going to be fooled again. Good defense is able to persevere. FKang is going to head on forward.
Yeah, and wearing his heart on his sleeve there, you can see the excitement to be able to move on to winners finals here in a very hard-fought match, down to final game, final round. That's as stressful as it gets.
Absolutely, and that's something that we saw all day yesterday, which was it was touching in a lot of different ways from all of the different players. We saw a lot of emotion on qualifiers. We saw a lot of emotion, people rushing the stage as soon as they saw their homie made it in, things of that nature. That is the exact energy that we're looking for, not only just at CEO, but just in fighting games in general. That is like, it genuinely does not get better than seeing people in their element, as happy as they can be. So that is amazing to get to see KOF bringing that to the table once again, as it always does.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, for the emotion that we saw yesterday, I can only imagine what we're going to see in this top 8. And of course, what we're going to see in our next match is coming up. Isn't that right, Proxy?
Dude, a lot of matches to come. I'm very excited for that. Listen, man, I can only imagine the type of energy, like you said, that's going to be coming through. Because if I'm up there and I win one round, I'm I'm 5-star frog splashing someone off the top rope. It doesn't matter to me. But we're gonna head to the back and see what else we have in store as we continue through. You can see the winners have already been played through. The losers still to come, which is gonna be Gummy and Yurikov, as well as Coach Steve and Arslan Ash. Just killers on every single direction, everywhere you look.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that top 8 loser side, that is a bloodbath that is going to happen down there. So many strong players with only one life to give.
But it looks like we're going to head out to the stage once again for Cookie as we are getting ready for our next match.
How was that for a second set? My heart is still racing. We're not done yet. Our third set for the night. Our first player coming out to the stage from Mexico, Gummy!
Coming out to the jams.
Bro, the bebop?
Oh, man.
I think it's time we blow this scene.
That's going to be Gummy coming out to the stage. Oh, dude, another one of those high-flying players that we've gotten to see all weekend long. And it just looks all business right now. We've talked about the emotion. We've talked about people being like super, super high. It just looks ready.
Absolutely, it is all business.
Carrying the stick like a briefcase.
You're coming in with the jazz, the bebop, all right? You know, of course.
And his opponent, Yurikov!
And here we go, repping Peru, Yurikov coming in. A cornerstone of the KOF community, has fought long and hard to get to this position, but finally he is granted top 8.
Absolutely. Definitely one of the favorites when it comes to the North American players for sure. Is very active online, runs his own Discord, and helps a ton of people get into multiple different games. So an exciting player to get to see. And you can see, you saw that deep exhale as he got closer to the ring to get those nerves out.
I mean, this is a moment he has been waiting for, right? To be able to be under the lights here on the big stage. He's been grinding, and I love it. Again, repping the Peru flag here. The international competition is so good, and it's so hard when they just lay it on the back of their chair.
Dude, it really, really is. I mean, that has definitely led to some of the sickest photos at some of the most recent events.
Absolutely.
Oh, dude.
That's why we got the great camera crew out here as well, our great photographers.
Yeah, everybody on the media crew, as well as all of the TOs have been making this possible. It has been an incredible event. CEOs continue to deliver, but like we said, Gummy and Yurikov, the face-off.
Absolutely. I mean, I think one of the standout characters of this match that we're going to have to look at is going to be Meitenkun. Meitenkun has been one of the strongest cornerstones of Yurikov's team, making huge comebacks, gaining huge leads.
Yes.
Just the way that he plays that character, the way he navigates neutral, and it almost feels like he's just in your mind the entire time. He knows exactly what you want to do, when you want to jump.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's the classic in every single fighting game. It's just all about hiding charge, right? You got to make it look like you're not willing to just down back forever, and then actually just down back forever sometimes, right?
Yeah.
finding ways to be able to have the flash kick charge, being able to stop people on the jump ins. We'll see how it works out. I do agree, though. I think that Meitenkun is going to be one of the big deciding factors here for sure, being what I would consider Yurikov's certainly strongest character.
Yeah, and I mean, just the reward he gets off of an anti-air is so strong. I mean, who else gets that? Krohnen? Elisabeth? You know, he throws out the EXDP, gets the dash punch off it, and gets incredible corner carry.
Ooh.
Okay. Isla.
That is not what I was expecting to see. Okay.
Yo, bringing out the Isla here in top 8. The sleeper Isla? Now,
Yeah.
Isla is a character who people were down on a lot, but as she's gotten buffs and as we saw, you know, in the eastern side of the world, different players picking her up, kind of pushing her forward. Kind of similar in a sense to Heidern, right? People here in North America have been kind of falling behind, but they've started to notice that these characters are stronger, and they've been putting in a ton of work with them and making it show.
So, honestly and truly, a lot of the money is going to be made here right on the point matchup. Yurikov and Gummy. Time to get it started. The Chizuru facing off against the Meitenkun. That's going to be very, very important. It's going to be a lot of clone versus Meitenkun 2C. 2C obviously very, very strong. The sweep can control a ton of space and can be canceled in certain situations. But instead, we just dash punch right off the rib.
That's choosing violence, and there's the CD. Dash punches in to get in, but isn't able to get the hit there. That's all right. You still have the positioning. So far, haven't seen a 2C quite yet, but there's that DP, right? Just waiting for the clone, but it's only a matter of time, like you mentioned, till that 2C rips.
OTG, empty low attempt, is able to go for the reversal and get the punish.
Just raw overhead, tries to go for an overhead once again. And that is 2 for 2 on DPs. That is one of the scariest parts about going up against Yurikov's Meitenkun is just his bar for bar DP guesses are absolutely correct.
Dude, and he just dash punches another clone. This is like the most aggressive I've seen him play in a very long time, and just everything's hitting.
I don't think I've ever seen a Chizuru clones get blown up that much, right? Shutting down clones completely. You always have to deal with it in some form, but Yurikov does not want to. It doesn't want to deal with this Krohnen either. Swap sides with the dash punch. There's the 2C Krohnen up against the wall.
You have to be very careful about how you approach this, though. Gummy has incredible reactions, and Krohnen, one of the best characters at blowing those situations up. But Yurikov, again, he just dash punches, goes for the cross-up. He just can do no wrong right now.
And there's the level 2. It seems like every single time that Yurikov gets put in the corner, he dash punches out. And I only wonder, how long can that succeed, right, until we start reacting to it? But right now it's working, and that's what matters.
Gummy's Jenet, though, was able to clutch up a ton of different rounds. Oh no, raw activation. Gotta spend some meter, gotta find it somehow. Don't be overly desperate about it, but you know, don't let that meter go to waste.
Yeah, an unfortunate situation here, but of course you do still build meter while you're in max mode, so it's not an absolute death sentence. And we do have 2 bars up again, but still stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Defense handles the fireball. Push him over the CD.
And the CDs have been so on point. Every button that Yurikov is pressing is just hitting at this point.
Overhead attempt.
Patience, the 2D coming out. We're fighting our way out of the corner, but there it is. 2C, and that is an OCV with the sleepy boy.
Wow, very, very confident play from Yurikov there. Gummy, though, no doubt he's able to go for the bounce back here. It just was a... I'm always a little nervous when people immediately rematch.
He wants to smoke. He wants to smoke. He said, you know what, I know what I did wrong. I understand. Let's jump right into it and keep it going.
You got to appreciate the confidence.
Round 1. Ready?
Okay. Already a good adaptation. Knew there was going to be a very aggressive play at the round start. Goes for the neutral jump. I like this. Good change of pace so far.
Oh, and already baiting out the DP, unable to get a punish on it, but you can already see that Gummy has the right idea, starting to make those adjustments. Let's see if we can make it work.
Yeah, looking very, very strong. Moves the distance a little bit, gets the sweep. Cancels into nothing, but again, finds real estate, which a lot of times can be good enough.
Yeah, so far we're avoiding the things that were killing us before, but we haven't quite gotten to the point where we're punishing them, right? Doing good job neutral jumping to dash punch, stopping short of the DPs, not getting hit by the CDs, but we need to start getting that damage in as well.
Still winning interactions. It's the trade. Pillow completely ignores it. Nice reflector as well. Again, the adjustments to the neutral are looking so, so good. Gummy in just a completely different situation now.
Yeah, it's just hard. The punishes, though, when you're trying to bait out that DP, right, with the clone. And it runs right into the CD. Here it is. Spends the level 1, and now you're in the corner. Oh, the low coming out, too. And a little bit more damage on the table with only 21 seconds on the clock. But still, Yurikov in full control, it felt like, of that round.
Okay.
Ready? Go!
Krohnen gets the trade. Air trades with this character. Trades in general with this character can be so, so frightening. Again, we always talk about it. He's not quite what he once was, but he's still an absolute menace mid-screen and in the corner.
But Krohnen's going to have to get out. There's a nice guard cancel, and here it is. Back to Season 1, Krohnen in the corner. Combos into the level 1. Gets the stomp as well.
Like that wake-up button. 6A into nothing. Again, just pressuring. Good block, but the delay was trying to punish the dash punch, but it doesn't matter.
Finally, Meitenkun has been tucked in here for Yurikov. It still has 2 more characters on deck. Luong is going to be a problem here against Krohnen as well, right? She has that reach, can stay out of Krohnen's danger zone here. It's such a proficient mix-up game.
But with that mix-up game does come the risk of putting yourself in a perfect position for Krohnen to put out the damage that he's known for. But unfortunately, here for Gummy, not being able to see too much of it, Luong is able to get a couple pretty clean hits, and Krohnen might die. Next interaction, you're guessing per game.
Yeah, Luong does such a good job of locking you down in the corner too. Feels like because of her range, she can just shut down those jump outs. Here we go, good spacing so far from Gummy. Good job on Protect, there's the 6A, just trying to keep Yurikov locked in this position here. cross up, but too high to actually get the confirm. It's still kicked out of the skies, and it is all up to Jenet now. Miss B.
Again, we've seen miracles from this character, not only from Gummy, but from players all in between all weekend long. Let's get the cross up here. Rolls out of pressure.
The X crack shoot, get that overhead, just a little bit of extra damage and some more positioning, but the Shatter Strike comes blowing on out into the level 1. The amount of damage on this.
And genuinely coast to coast. Got that hit in the corner. Trying to set up for it. There's the activation though.
Into the climax. Absolutely beat him with the sandal.
Move might decide the entire match. Let's go.
I love this level 3
so much.
That's the home run.
Neither side is giving an inch.
Oh, but here we go. For your tournament life. Loser side,
Final
the
round.
Isla. We have not seen it, I don't think, all weekend.
No, not at least not on stream here. So I'm curious how proficient Gummy is going to be going up against Isla, because this is also a tricky character, right? She's got those good cross-ups that they gave to her. And if one of those cross-ups hits, you're done.
Now, we're definitely guessing for game on every interaction now. 2.5 bars, tries to go for the mix-up, not going to work out.
Nice punish there, too, just sticking out the forearm. Stagger pressure with the lows here, just trying to slowly open up Gummy. But Gummy is not cracking here, countering back. The damage is starting to add up, but there's the Shatter Strike right into the level 2. And Yurikov is going to move forward in the bracket.
And pops up straight away. Well deserved for sure, but give it up for Gummy, making it into the top 8. Very well played this weekend. But that is going to be Yurikov headed a little further into this bracket. Guaranteed a 5th place now at CEO.
Absolutely. I just want to say, Gummy's, that one-piece stick goes hard.
It really, really does.
But man, what a performance there. Unfortunately, one of our competitors eliminated, but that's how it has to go, right? We have to crown a champion, so only one can win.
Absolutely. It's it is the blessing and the curse of the open bracket format. It's something that I cherish dearly, and I also I fear greatly. There's a lot of emotions that go into these types of situations.
I know, I like all the players so much, I want them all to win, and every match turns out to be a heartbreak, right?
Absolutely. I mean, we're setting ourselves up for another potential heartbreaker here in just a moment with the next match. We'll see how that goes when we do get there, but oh my god. KOF continues to deliver. Cookie, what's next?
One more set to round out the first round of this top 8. Your last 2 players coming up to the stage first, representing the United States of America, Coach Steve!
And there he is, Coach Steve, with one of the most exciting qualifier matches here. He is burning to fight.
Absolutely. Coming off of a strong performance here, doing very well in Street Fighter, doing very well in Marvel all weekend long, multi-talented, continuing to shine. Coach Steve, he was one of the people that we were talking about the most when it came to those the wholesome, beautiful moments, man. When he qualified, players rushed the stage right away to congratulate. Hopefully we get to see a little more of that emotion potentially, but obviously a very tall barrier ahead of him.
Yeah, well deserved.
And his opponent all the way from Pakistan, Arslan Ash!
Ooh, and no time to wait for the music to kick in. Straight to business, straight to the stage. That is Arslan Ash. If you've been paying attention to fighting games, any fighting games really, at any point during these last couple of years, this is a name that you have surely seen. One of the gods of Tekken and one of the gods of KOF continues to shine. And I love to see this is going to be a matchup between 2 incredibly talented players, multi-talented between games. These are people you're going to be seeing all weekend long across all these different top 8s, dude.
And that's why this matchup in particular is so exciting, right? Because these are both players who are definitely top 8 players in multiple games, right? So taking those skills that they've learned from their respective games, right? From games like Marvel, from games like Tekken, and taking that and putting it into KOF to blend it into their styles, that's always really great to see.
Yeah, that's something that we've talked about a ton this weekend, that there is like a certain level of fundamentals that you can reach where it begins to kind of bleed into every game that you play. And that is one thing that is nice to see. And it also kind of helps you develop your own like play style, right? You take your influences, like you said, you kind of can craft yourself your own I don't know, your own happy little way to play.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think on the flip side, you would say like Marvel players get more aggressive in some games, right? Tekken players want to play footsies, things like that. But of course, it all does blend into how you play your game, and it's always so important to play so many different games to get those extra skills, get that fundamentals.
Okay, we'll see how they go though.
And one thing I love to see, we talk about the character variety. Of course, there have been a lot of familiar characters here. We've seen Krohnen, we've seen a lot of Ioris, but sprinkled into all these teams is that one special sauce. And in Arslan Ash's team, we do have Athena. Athena here in top 8, a character that a lot of people don't think is super strong, but the way that he plays her, he's so slippery, so hard to catch, and so strong with the fireball game.
Yeah, we talk about it a ton. That's one of the weird things about her is that she does have a very good DP, but it does take a big step forward when she does it. So your positioning has to be super, super on point for those things to potentially work out. She has pretty decent damage output, and it's very hard to deal with. But when we talk about characters that are hard to deal with, I think that one of the biggest surprises for me for the weekend is that we haven't seen more of this big guy on the left. Orochi Yashiro coming out from Coach Steve, the only Oyash in top 8.
Yeah, I mean, also, that's part of the special sauce of that team, along with Ryo, right? Just two big dudes ready to brawl. But Orochi Yashiro, and specifically, the amount of damage he can deal, the way he can put out pressure on point is almost unparalleled, right? You see players like Reno, the moment that they get one bar, they are spending it because, as you mentioned yesterday, his post-super Oki game is some of the best in the entire game.
Yeah, and like you said, unscaled with the damage. It's just, it is a lot to deal with. But we're gonna get into it. Rio gonna be on point here, so we're gonna be seeing a lot of parried fireballs. I would expect for sure. King gonna be on the other side. Arslan Ash has been playing a pretty decent suite of characters. He's been switching it up a lot between matchups here. He's playing a much heavy zone. I mean, if there was a character and a team comp you were gonna play zoners against, this Coach Steve feels like the one.
Yeah, and I do like putting King on point. In KOFXV, it feels like King's home is more so on the anchor position, but she's always classically been a point character, just zoning the opponent out, building up that meter, and really dictating the pace of the matchup. Rio just trying to throw out the Venom Strikes again here, and of course, Coach Steve is able to score the throw, and this is where the pressure can get scary.
Exceptional block on empty low, continuing to parry these fireballs. Not letting any of this mileage really get done.
And look at the walk down, jumping over the double strike. But the spacing right now from Arslan Ash, so good, playing footsies incredibly well. But one EX Fireball, I think the EX Fireballs are going to be key here for Coach Steve to actually get in and start establishing that pressure.
Oh, but in we are. Finds the touch. Even with half a bar, you see how much damage this character can put out. Going steady, and look at the guard gauge. Arslan Ash, gotta make a play.
I like how we're also just putting out the parries too. Just trying to bait out that slide, but the slide into the CD does come out here. Nice! Guard cancel through the Venom Strike, but too far away to actually get the kill.
Oh, and after the slide, just go straight for the standings. He has stiff left.
That's the oos. It's the first thing you learn in karate, all right?
Oh, but here we go. Again, this is the character we've talked about a lot here. This is the one that really has made the money for Arslan Ash. Obviously, no slouch with all of his characters, but when I think of him in KOF, this is what I think.
Yeah, and he's so good at just playing this really slow-paced game with the fireballs, but the moment he gets that touch, it turns up to 11. The mix-up game, the knockdowns here. You're still alive. There's no health in that health bar, Proxy.
Oh, baiting with the parry. It's unfortunate to see the EX come out right as you lose out, but good call from Arslan Ash. The jump is crucial.
Here we go, bringing in the next character, Orochi Yashiro, starting off with nearly 2 bars. Just please don't get hit.
I love putting him second. I think you can play him point really well, but I love playing him second because I want to be able to convert to level 1 every single touch.
Away.
So I think this is the right call.
Let's see how it's going to play out here. You do have to catch Athena, starting to clip her with some of these standing A's, but we need to make that damage stick. And here we go. This is what I mean by turning it to 11. Teleporting forward, just immediately running a train over Orochi Yashiro. Nowhere to run.
All he needs is that one touch, and it just absolutely ignites. But here we go. Speaking of igniting, the flame shield, the flame barrier, excuse me, might be able to come out here soon. So be careful about how you approach in the air.
There it is, into the slicer, stopping a mud hole. And this pressure in the corner is so scary. You remember, once you get put into the corner against Krohnen, he does revert back to Season 1, and this is going to hurt.
There's definitely the time skip as soon as you make it to the wall. Oh. 5Bs were crucial. Actually doesn't get the stop, but that's what I'm talking about with the DP. That big step forward she takes. It's imperative with the spacing, and that kind of makes it a little odd when it comes to reversals.
Exactly. You have to be very careful with the way you throw out that DP. Here we go. Now Elisabeth on the anchor position. Another really strong character with very solid anti-air. So Coach Steve is going to be be careful about these jump-ins here, especially with nearly four bars on deck. Right, trying to space out here. There's the slicer, staying safe on block. You can see Arslan Ash just trying to get Coach Steve to overextend here a little bit with Krohnen, maybe with a slicer trying to get in. There it is, gets the anti-air on the low, spending a little bit of that meter to get the knockdown.
Drinking through. Wow, just drilling things out. Trying to pierce the heavens right now. Heavy slicer, gets some frame advantage off of it, and then backs it off, okay? Low and slow, 30 seconds left on the clock. Time not quite a factor yet.
And the guard cancel backwards there from Coach Steve. Does have the life lead, so doesn't have to get too crazy, right? Doesn't have to take too many risks. It's actually Arslan Ash who is forced to make something happen here. Oh, nothing personal.
Okay, though. 20 seconds, time ticking down a little bit at a time. Again, still not quite a factor. Gets the slash, it is gonna connect. That's an EXDP, and that's gonna do it. Coach Steve is gonna lock down the first one.
And just the way, the difference in the pace of the match going between the rounds, right? We went from a slower pace to round number 2, Athena absolutely going wild, and then once again to that snail's crawl, so patient, so safe, no one overextending, just trying to find that one single hit to get the advantage.
Yeah, it's like, listen, if you can't beat him, join him. I got a robot of my own.
The Krohnen army. But we're not going to go for Athena? No one? Oh, no, we have Athena,
Yeah.
Elisabeth is who we're skipping out on. Instead, we're bringing in King again.
Elisabeth definitely felt like she got a little bit neutralized in the anchor position. So the Krohnen switch, I do think it can go well if you're confident in your Krohnen. I think that it's gotten to the point where there's definitely a period where everyone had a pocket of this character to some degree, but it has it's kind of shored up a little bit. People don't feel obligated now.
Exactly. As he got those nerfs, he's still a very solid character,
he's really good.
But he can be beat.
He's also, I don't care. Hot take, he's sick. I love Chris.
Bro, his future's so bright, he's got to wear shades, all right?
Oh,
he's part of the sunglasses gang. Well, it's more like goggles, but, you know, same thing.
It still counts.
All right, again, with the spacing here around start, both players showing each other so much respect. And always the threat of that 3D of the slide in from King at round start is real.
That's definitely how aggressive do you think your opponent's willing to be. Wakes up with jab, though. I like that. And the Tatsu, good corner carry.
And this block straight pushes you all the way back to the wall. Nice anti-air there with the fireball. Time to start establishing a little bit of your own offense. Double parry. And we're just building up the meter.
Yeah, look at the bar differential. One EX has been spent on either side, so it's been even spending the meter. Look at the difference.
Nice throw tech there as well. We are just trading, but still, look at the life, though, on Coach Steve. No really solid hits here from Arslan Ash, but each one of these is starting to whittle the health down. And as that clock goes down, all that damage is going to stick.
Oh, had no punish there. On the Tatsu, whiffed out in a weird situation. A couple counter hits in a row, and now 20 seconds remaining. Like you said, that's damage. Becoming permanent.
Even if you're able to take this round, right, that's still a very bad position for Rio to be in. And what a parry. No follow-up, though. But we do have this corner positioning, and the 2D is enough to get rid of Rio.
Yeah, good sweep. Put yourself in a definitely a righteous spot here. That's 2 bars to use, though. Oh, Yash never found a clean hit last time. That's one thing we always highlight about this character is he's a grappler with a brawler's normals. Yashiro's normals are absurdly strong, especially coming in here.
And here comes the level 1. Absolutely, you always spend it. Look at the damage that gets added on, and you have 10,000 years to go for Oki here. Roll forward, goes for the jump, and gets the cross-up. Are you kidding me?
It's definitely one of those genuinely good luck. He's after the level 1. Truly in the conversation for the best mid-screen mix off of a super.
And no wonder he plays him, he's a Marvel player.
Oh no, activation right away, gonna spend on meter immediately.
We want to get rid of Orochi Yashiro, and you know what, I understand that completely. Oh god, she's hitting you with the Frieza Death Ball.
Oh my god. That's just so nice about it.
This planet will explode in 5 minutes.
Jump over, not gonna work out. Guard cancel, I like that momentum.
here. Yeah, look at that pressure going on, but there's the throw. Put right back into the corner exactly where you started. And this is where the normals become very scary.
Yeah, 2C, JC, there's a lot of things that can come through. We're not going to get to see any of them here. What a juggle and what a finish. Arslan Ash taking another character down, but Coach Krohnen was able to do a lot of the heavy lifting last time.
Yeah, let's be honest. When Krohnen has 3 bars, he's basically 2 characters, all right?
Listen, I got one more in me.
But here we go. Yeah, Athena just being absolutely smothered. Crosses over to the other side this time. Again, but we roll out of harm's way. Damage might be done, though.
Oh, no! Huge execution error. Certainly not what he wanted.
But we're not going to spend the meter either. We want to hold on to it. I respect the decision, but you can't let it come back to haunt you.
Didn't have the bar for the level 3 there. Does not going to matter, though. Had an opportunity to super. Doesn't matter. The OTG kills.
You always forget about the OTG. We always do. But now it is down to the Krohnen mirror match once again. Arslan Ash with the meter and the life lead here. But still on his last life. Set point for Coach Steve. Can he make it come back? All right, EX Fireball, get that spacing. Stay away from me. Trading with the 6A there. Interesting. And every trade is going to...
Okay.
What a hitbox.
I wasn't familiar with your game. Oh my god. Just jabs the drill. Trying to check the shoelaces. Not quite working out though. Rolling backwards. And Arslan Ash continuing to, it's just bullying the space. No matter what Coach does to get out of the corner, Arslan finds a way to put him back in.
Yeah, but there's the guard cancel roll backwards. Able to punish the slide. Jump CD. Not close enough to get a pickup there with the DP. But yeah, I mean, Coach Steve just being smothered, able to close some distance there with the fireball, or make some distance, I should say. But again, the guard cancels. So much meter on Arslan Ash's side just to stay safe.
Oh, what an attempt at a roll. Definitely had his eyes on the prize, but it does not work out. Arslan takes one, and now with it 1-1, the deciding game.
I don't feel good about this one. I'm going to be sad no matter who loses here, Proxy.
I definitely agree. 2 of my favorite players to watch for sure.
And both fighting so hard to make it here. Let's see. Are we jumping straight into game number 2, or are we going to take a second to breathe?
Either way, it's just, dude, KOF continues to deliver, man. This has been such a great top 8, just getting through the round 1 matches. There's still so much more to come. 1-1, game 3 here, loser side top 8.
Starting things off with the exact same teams here. We both feel confident. You know, when you come down to the wire like that with the anchor war, you have to feel confident. And Coach Steve already doing a much better job here of pressing Arslan Ash with Rio's normals. But one corner swap there could turn things around.
Okay.
Big overhead chop trading with the fireball.
Dude, if Rio can win the point war, just think about how close that match was when Rio kind of got handled.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful about taking damage from these Venom Strikes. It starts to add up. The life difference is not as big as it seems, right? One combo will immediately even it up, but these fireballs are chipping away at Arslan Ash. Nice throw tech.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing about Coach's team is no lead is a lead against all of these characters.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, was trying to lean into the Tatsu, it looked like. Using that fireball of his own, just a stubby little fireball just to stop the attempts from King.
Yeah, you can see those pokes also from Coach Steve trying to find a punch. But one of the things about Rio is that he is a little stubby. And the Hail Mary shatters right there. If that was blocked, your life was forfeit. But it's going to work out here, and King is going to take the first round.
I like the idea behind that, though. That felt like set play. Went for the overhead and then just let it rip. Buffered it after the overhead just because he knew frame advantage.
But here's the thing, Arslan Ash isn't out of the woods yet. He has a character lead, but it's not as big as it seems, right? One touch here from Rochi Yashiro, and we are back to square one, tied up. And there it is. We're going to spend the super for the kill? Absolutely. You don't want to give a player like Arslan Ash room to breathe or any second chances.
And one thing that we always talk about, if you have the meter, you should basically, it's very, very rare to not need to spend those bars. But
this has been the problem.
This has been it for sure. This has been the matchup that has decided a lot. Oyash has not gotten the mileage he's needed.
No, we need to be able to find that hit there, but the way that Arslan Ash just navigates between defense and hyper offense with Athena has been so difficult to deal with. And here we go. It's time to start. Goes for the mix-up, same side. What a guard cancel backwards into a throw.
Wow, it takes a long run over. Do it again. Oh, faked it.
It would have worked. And then again gets called out trying to go for the command grab. Coach Steve down to Krohnen. Set point now for Arslan. The tables have been turned.
2.5 bars. A lot of work to be done. I like EX Slicer, trying to be greedy with the space. Unfortunately jumps backwards and odd timing though, has to take a fireball for it.
Oh, and the JB getting the cross up here. Gonna be able to get a massive life lead with the level 1. Still has an extra bar for defense and back to level 2.
So try to delay, was expecting some kind of reversal. It's not gonna come out though.
Oh, and jumps into the fireball, and that's gonna be it. Arslan takes it and moves on in the bracket.
But as we do, give it up for Coach Steve. Obviously top 8, an incredible performance. Shout out to the homie for sure. But like you said, Arslan Ash, one must stay, one must go. He's gonna be headed on forward, guaranteeing himself a top 5th place at minimum.
Yeah, and now that means that our first round of top 8 is done. We got all our fabulous entrances. Great music choices, honestly, I gotta say.
Honestly and truly, that's always one thing that I'm worried about. I always want to see how they decide to jam out on their way through. So good calls all around.
But on that note, we are going to throw it to a really quick break. All right, so make sure not to go anywhere because right after this, we are going to continue with more King of Fighters top 8 action. And thanks for sticking around. We are back to CEO 2023 here with the King of Fighters 15. As you can see, we are working our way through the top 8 bracket here. In winners finals, we do have Wero Asamiya and FKang. And of course, on the loser side, we have Chino Funkey, Yurikov, RocklandKyo, and Arslan Ash.
Absolutely. But first off, we're going to go to Chino Funkey, and Yurikov is going to be the match we're going to lead off with. As you can see, they're already here and ready sitting down. See the excitement between the two, dude. Both just ready to go. This is going to be a explosive matchup here, and I think that I know we're beating the horse for sure, but especially into the team comp from Chino, Meitenkun is going to be a big deal. I think that as Clark and as Ralf, you can have some problems potentially closing the gap and dealing with, again, 2C. That button is a menace.
2C, the DP, the dash punches as well. Yurikov always mixing up the timing. And then, of course, even if you block the dash punch, you have to guess that the follow-up's coming, right?
That has been like the mix for sure. It feels like one of those things where it's like, oh, that's too committal. He won't. Oh, he did it again. And he also has been playing really aggressive at round surge. He's been leading with dash punch.
This time not going to lead with it, but does try to go for the CD. Chino Funkey going to get the first blood. Look at this. The punches cranking down the guard gauge.
Dude, and yeah, I felt like he had to make a play, and there you go again. That delay on the dash punch. He's able to buy him some real estate here.
Here we go with the air legs, and now we're all the way to the other side of the corner. I love that that's our neutral. We're just hard punching, all right? Oh no, the Shatter Strike is going to whip here. Yurikov spending the mirror to make sure we get that extra bit of damage.
Oh, actually got a punish on the roll there. Still okay for Ralf though. Turnaround punches, does get the sweep for the knockdown. And there you go. There, he's bought that respect.
Oh, but we are able to bait out the DP, and that's going to be a huge part of dealing with Yurikov's Meitenkun as well. There's the cross-up, though, with the JB, and Ralf is down.
That was unfortunate, though. Missed out on a lot of damage, I feel like. Potentially could have gone into level 1, but didn't want to spend it, it looked like.
But now we have Clark coming in with 2.5 bars, and we have seen what this character can do time and time again throughout these brackets. But is it going to be enough to get around this Meitenkun?
Oh, no! You are getting put in the dirt. The beach is that way, he says.
No, hold on. It's actually this way.
Yeah, I'm lost. We're both lost.
And here we go. Stuck in the corner now, but able to land the DP to escape. Nice neutral jump there from Chino. Really trying to bait out these different options.
Oh, and again, nullifying a lot of that range advantage, but it doesn't matter. Hops through.
Drops him on his head. Don't shake the baby.
Oh my god, dude. That's just a bad spot. They bossed it. Good lord.
Unsafe worker, Clark, all right?
Oh my god. You've seen the damage this guy does? It's very unsafe work environment.
And look at these backwards rolls here from Yurikov. Staying out of harm's way is what I would say, but that 2C into the command grab, we've seen that time and time again from Chino Funkey.
Oh no, and now you're in a dude, a heap of trouble.
Yep, there it is. EX rolling death cradle, get you as close to the corner as we possibly can. And yeah, the patience from Yurikov. Nice run up throw. Doesn't go for the back throw though.
Let's get again. Ooh, what a jump back.
He hits really late there. But we are chasing to the skies. Chino is very jump happy here with Clark. Happy to go up with the JK, with the JA, does not care. Knows that Luong wants to try and jump in the air to get those jump-ins and get those mix-ups.
Dude, but Suplex City put him through the wall once again. The unsafe work environment continues to roll. Clark is on a roll, dude. The menace.
Definitely the scariest part of Chino Funkey's team, but if anyone can shut down this character, is absolutely Jenet. The thing though is Jenet is also a high flyer. Okay, let's see, she should be able to get the kill here. Yeah, there it is with the rolling thunder. I was gonna say Jenet is also a high flyer, and we saw that Chino is already willing to chase up to the skies as well with Clark. But let's see if we're willing to do the same thing here with Heidern.
Ready? Go!
It has some meter to spend, very high damage interactions potentially. And again, stable mix-up, one of the most important things for Heidern.
Yeah, keeping that pressure going. He notices that the guard gauge is low, so figures that Yurikov's going to want to get out of the corner, but there it is. Guard is broken, gets the grab, tucks you right back into the corner.
Found that hit, is gonna get the throw, mix-up time, has a bar, this will kill.
Oh, what a backwards roll! Yurikov fading out of harm's way there. Was going to be stuck in that super there, having to block the incoming mix-up. So smart to recognize the situation here, and now the tables are turned.
Nice neutral jump. Doesn't want to fall for the trap. Air dare comes through. Same side. It really looked like it was going to go across. EX Harrier.
Yeah, it is going to be safe. Chino has to respect it. What is this defense here? Able to block the cross-ups.
Nothing personal. Straight through with the EX. I think it would have even chipped even if it didn't hit, but either way, that is going to do it. Chino's going to take the first one. It
definitely would have been close, right? I think going for that to try and guarantee either the cross-up or the chip damage was a great idea. That's why we spent the EX. Let's see here. It looks like we're just jumping straight into the next game.
Yeah, not expecting any switches, not expecting any order swaps as well.
Ready? Go!
Chino showing respect here on the start. Knows that Yurikov can let that dash punch rip at any second, so you can't get too aggressive.
Wow, dude takes a long run across the screen, does manage to make it for the cross up there. I didn't think he was going to be able to get it.
Nice, utilizing that 2D. CD locking down. Good patience here from Yurikov, just waiting for the right opportunity to escape and trying to find the opportunity to also slip in that CD. We talk a lot about Kyo CD. What about Meitenkun CD? That thing's hella good.
Oh, okay. So that EX, definitely respect it, and is going to go into level 1. Good call. Rocket punch for an extra little bit of damage at the end.
Absolutely. And then gets the overhead there. Blocks it this time, punishes with the dash punch into the super optimal play there from Yurikov.
To seed, no, but off of the DP is able to get the anti-air and the kill. Like you said, the damage off of that is so damn high.
He gets some of the highest damage off of an anti-air without spending super.
Yeah.
But now here he comes again, Clark. And already you can see the patience eyeing up Meitenkun, and there it is, rolling death cradle. Meitenkun is down, full health. Clark coming in, gonna be tied up with meter as well.
Definitely mentally preparing ourselves for the Clarkening. It could happen to you, Jobber.
Oh, it does happen to me.
Oh, okay, try to go for the buffer. Not gonna work out, does find the low, drops a combo, a little spaghetti back and forth, but in the end, Yurikov kind of gets the better of it here.
Yeah, able to score the throw and has this corner pressure now. A lot of mirror to work with. But we just 2A. Okay, you blocked. Can't block this throw though.
Optimal goes for the machine gun blows. Went for the rundown, saw the guard cancel roll, wasn't able to get there. Nice cross up.
Whoa, the guard cancel going the wrong way. And we're gonna spend the level 1. Not quite enough. But the empty jump throw gonna give Chino a taste of his own medicine.
Yurikov set to potentially tie this one up.
Stand your ground. Ready? Go!
Well said, Max Powers. Chino is gonna have to stand his ground here with Heidern. but now has to stand his ground in the corner up against this crazy Luong pressure. Stagger pressure coming through, checking with the throws. We're seeing a lot more strike throw in this game.
Oh. Yeah, I like the guard cancel roll and have the DP charged up. Okay, set yourself up.
Trying to go for the cross-up, but still is able to catch the roll-out attempt. Throws out of the corner, back to mid-screen, so we can't go for the... I don't even know what side that would have hit.
Good luck. Got the trade, though. Trade's unfortunately at this point not what you want to see.
Oh, trying to go for the stinger there. Oh,
yes.
The armor on the stinger, but it's not enough to kill. Bounces off of the super. What an unfortunate interaction.
Goes for the guard cancel too, and is able to close it. That was such a weird, unfortunate that another bar had to come out to be able to close that one out. Just bounces off the top of it and goes away.
Yeah, and unfortunately that could spell doom for Chino, right? Coming into this next round with only an EX available up against a 3-bar Jenet. And we spend that bar already just to try and get some space, not allow Yurikov to jump in, but there is the level 2.
EX. Oh! No, but gets the jump. It doesn't matter. Yurikov is going to even it up.
Okay, we have a competitive set here, 1-1. And we've gone down to the anchor battle every time. It feels like we really are going down to the wire in all of these top 8 matches, but that just shows the level of play that you are seeing here and how much these players have been grinding with these characters.
Definitely a little shaky between the two, but we do what we can because we must.
Bro, he hit the smoke out the nose too. That's crazy. You know, when you get fired up, it's like The Rock with the steam coming off his head.
Oh, dude. 1-1. Losers bracket. Tournament lives on the line here. Does find a clean hit and is able to go for the dash punch. A little bit extra damage is going to matter a lot, but unfortunately for Meitenkun, Ralf doesn't really know what little damage means. Does it in rather large bricks, we'll call it.
Yeah, and there's the follow-up on the dash punch, right? Everyone gets caught by that. They want to press to try and punish it, but Yurikov is always mixing up the timing.
Good defense. Again, just blocking things out. 2C in response. What a dash underneath.
Unfortunate to put yourself in the corner. There we go. CD is going to connect. And we are going for the full combo there. Level 1, of course, going to end it with the dive punch. And are we going to go for another overhead dive punch like before? No!
Yeah, and I think that Yurikov was thinking about it too.
Look at this harassment there with the 2C. Answers back to your press out with an EXDP, but what an explosion! No overhead available.
Oh my god. Says, listen, if we're mashing DPs, I'm down.
Bar for bar, Chino Funkey, first blood, but still, again, the lead isn't that substantial, right? If Yurikov can close out Ralf very quickly, still gonna have the meter lead.
Oh, but unfortunately, he's gonna have to pay a little bit of a life tax to be able to get through there. Rocket Punch does connect, half your life already gone, gets the anti-air, and this is so much trouble now. His spending bar defensively here, this is, when you're behind, that is so bad, but is able to get the chip.
And with 46 seconds on the clock, should get a decent chunk of health back. Of course, not exactly what Yurikov wanted. We wanted to have a full health Luong going into Clark, but you know, we take what we can get, trying to go for the CD there right at round start to catch Clark. That's that JB.
Wow. Trying to go for a huge read, or potentially just a input. Either way, it's not gonna work. Yurikov trying to go same side, we roll through.
All right, we're going for the DDT into the elbow drop. We want the Oki, getting those plus frames off the CD, but got clipped by the Shadow Strike, what looked like at the last second.
It felt super anticlimactic. I was not expecting that to connect. Strike throw, though, like you said, has been kind of the name of the game here for Yurikov, but unfortunately is going for a ride.
And now stuck in a very difficult position. One thing we haven't even seen a Deathblade driver yet, that air throw. And the cross-up is going to connect here. Yurikov now at set point. It's all up to Chino's Heidern to bring this back. But at least he doesn't have to do too much work against Luong. Or maybe he will. Hold up.
I was going to say, not the trade you want to see. He's put down. There's a throw.
Yeah, trying to bait out those EX reversals. Jumps over the slicer.
Oh, no, should have died for that. Didn't spin the bar. Oh, but it doesn't matter. Air to air sets us up. Final characters.
Nearly even in life and resources. Of course, Chino with just the extra edge and a little less life. This is almost as even as you can get here.
Losers quarters too. Such a deciding, important match here. Oh no!
But we don't have the meter here to go into a super off the quick mode.
Mix up. Oh, nice guard cancel roll. Just declines the situation, but the Stinger trades.
Yurikov can't afford to be making trades like that. Gets hit by the anti-air Stinger.
Wow, committed.
Yeah, we wanted that really bad, but there we go with the DP, pushing Yurikov into the corner, and that's going to be a massive punish. Proxy,
are you dead?
You absolutely are sucking the life out of Jenet. Chino Funkey is going to move on.
That was a nail biter.
Taking that victory, headed a little further into the bracket, and you can see the excitement. Oh, dude, what a way to go. Huge shout-outs to him. And shout-outs obviously to Yurikov as well for performing so well getting into this top 8. And it just feels like it's a heartbreaker every time. One must stay, one must go. I don't know. I am not emotionally equipped to see my friends go down.
No, absolutely not. But I have to say, that Meitenkun has been a highlight of the weekend. Every time we see Yurikov play, it gets better and better, and that's only going to be the case going forward. You know, we are on the road to EVO, so I cannot wait to see how all of these players perform.
Absolutely. As we continue to come to, like you said, all these different tournaments, all these different we continue to say international affair, and it's definitely one of those things where it's like, you know, we're beating you over the head with a little bit, but it is, it really, truly, I think, stands out almost more than anything else when it comes to KOF. But
yeah, absolutely. But we do have plenty of more matches coming up here in KOF at CEO 2023. Our top 8's not over yet, and as you can see, we are bringing up this bracket. We do have our losers quarters match with RocklandKyo versus Arslan Ash coming up, but of course sitting there in the winner's side comfortably, Wero Asamiya and FKang going to be able to fight over who cashes in that ticket to Grand Finals winner's side.
Absolutely, just about to put ourselves into this top 4 scenario, and that is where it becomes a little more crucial, a little more cutthroat. That is where a lot of the heartbreaks come through, we'll call them. That is crunch time, we'll say.
Yeah. For real crunch time. And as we get into those longer sets too, right, those 3 out of 5 sets gives the players more chances to adapt, more chances to make those comebacks. But of course, this match is still going to be 2 out of 3 here on the loser side.
Absolutely. Until we get to winners, losers, grands, that's going to be just the 2 out of 3s. So between the two, Arslan Ash, like you said, has been playing a bunch of different characters, neutralizing Athena and kind of stopping his momentum when it comes to him getting aggressive, I feel like has been one of the major deciding factors.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone has that one character that you think about when they play, right? Arslan Ash is definitely Athena, has been controlling the neutral so well with that character. The mix-up game has been incredible, and I think, yeah, catching her, keeping her locked down is going to be a big game plan, like you said. But those other characters on that team are definitely carrying weight as well. The King has been putting in work, and like we said, a multi-character player, right? We could drop the King at any moment and bring in a Krohnen. There's so many different options available.
But on the other side, we know we're going to expect here. It's going to be the Benimaru on point and the Iori on the anchor. I think that this is just like 2 very standard top-tier shell, and then you've got, you pick what you like.
Exactly.
I feel like that's one of the cool things about KOF, though, because you have so much flexibility and because you can kind of pick whatever you want. You've got opportunities to potentially, you know, shake things up. Don't get my hopes up. Listen, man, of all the things, dude, don't you dare get my hopes up.
Top 8 dinosaur. That's something I want to see.
I'm backflipping off the turnbuckle to get a dinosaur, dude.
But we are going to be locking in Kyo, which is a very solid choice. I actually like Kyo going into Benimaru way more than bringing in King into this matchup.
I definitely agree. I mean, Benimaru's anti-fireball game is so strong. He can really control a lot of the space and a lot of the situation. So Kyo going to be able to set himself up to potentially bully things, but there is, we always have to talk about it when we talk about Benimaru, there is that meterless reversal. So
Absolutely.
That is a really, really important like exclamation mark on pressuring him.
Yeah, it's going to be something that can stop those jumping CDs over and over, can really challenge some of the Rekkas as well. So Arslan Ash is going to have to think about this approach. To round start, we both do go for the backdashes just to create some space here. And one thing I love about Benimaru too is just the way that he can build up meter, right? He doesn't have electricity for anything. He's definitely charging up that battery and about to put in the damage as well for that dated DP.
Okay. Good pressure into the CD. Actually, anti-airs with the CD. Odd situation, but comes out on top. EX slides are not going to work out. Gets a very easy hop over.
Yeah, very easy damage as well. It's a big thing about Kyo. The amount of damage that he can get without spending meter is massive here, especially if he just gets a clean jump in. There we go, trying to roll out of the corner. Going to get anti-aired. Still pretty even up in life. There we go, 2A, 2A into the 3D.
Oh, okay. Oh, finds that throw again. Good amount of damage.
Oh, the backup CD tries to go for the full Rekka. What a roll through though from RocklandKyo, and it's going to be able to close out the round with the DP at the end.
One minor overcommitment just turns into a huge just bust open of pressure. Benimaru, not a lot of life left, but the opportunity to potentially start building a lead.
I mean, I think Benimaru definitely has the ability here to shut down the Jenet, stop him from going to the skies. Not quite able to get the punish there, though, on that whiff. Has to be a little bit more quick on the draw. Nice shutting down the fireball coming out. But we are just stealing back turns here with this re-hop pressure, and a little too early on the anti-air attempt. I like the decision from RocklandKyo. Guessed right, but just a little too early.
And with that, like you said, a lead is not a lead. Two characters apiece. Slight advantage in terms of meter for RocklandKyo, but yeah, the king and queen of movement between these two.
Absolutely, and there it is. The red hand once again gets the cross up. Time to send you back to the corner.
Look at the damage here, and is able to set up for mix afterwards. Nice block.
I love the way that he just utilizes the red hand in neutral, right? As a way to just poke out.
Empty low on the cross up as well. Dude, what kind of momentum. I mean, that is one of the nice things about the combo flow of this character is that EX hand on the ground, the quarter circle forward, does actually crumple. So it's kind of, you can go into a very similar combo string. There's not a lot of pressure, not a lot of adjustments required. Stable, we'll say.
The real part about this character, though, that's unstable is getting that movement locked down. We tried to avoid the fireball there by doing the air blue hand. Not going to quite work, but there's a nice punish with the 2B. Spends the super also to get that Oki, and get the Oki we absolutely do.
Oh, nice. 2C. Not going to let those dashes rock.
Yeah, shutting down those dashes is going to be a huge part of going up against Shun'ei, right? That's why you're seeing RocklandKyo is expecting the checks to come out, so he's going for the fastfall down to try and bait out the buttons, right, to get those whip punishes.
Oh, okay. Just like that too. Buffers the dash, goes for the blue hand. Looks for this fall. Dude, 6B can be really, really good in pressure, but again, Arslan Ash, don't test the reactions.
Oh, able to get the low on the other side. Arslan Ash with a little overcommitment there on the jump. Back up against the wall. But what a challenge into the quick max mode. That is a dead Shun'ei, and we are down to Iori. But man, Iori doesn't have to do a lot of work here. Athena is hurting in a big way. With only 20 seconds left on the clock, a nice wind will blow her over.
Yeah, anything that can convert into fireworks will be it. For the hop over, still trying to space out these fireballs. Oh. Looked for the Scum Gale, not going to work out.
Oh, but the DP coming out. That was either a hard call out or a missed input there from Arslan Ash, but either way, it means that RocklandKyo is going to take game number 1.
These two know how to rumble.
A little swig of water, get yourself back into the mindset. They're both just going to go straight back into the rematch here. So, confidence is key.
Absolutely. You can see the intensity, too, in both of their eyes. So focused.
Oh, we got angles.
Yo, the overhead shot? Let's go.
Dude. Point matchup. Going to decide a lot once again. Can you stand up to the bully? Can you not let Kyo get his way?
Now, look already at the meter here that RocklandKyo is building up. Every single time he whiffs one of those lightning punches, he is building up a nice chunk of meter there for Shun'ei to come in and spend it.
Oh, tried to roll. Easy throw.
All right, goes for the low there, but of course because of the spacing, it pushes you out and keeps you safe. And the whiff punish with the CD, we talk about it so much. The way that he reels back and goes back in, it's so good for just whiff punishing your opponent.
Oh, okay. Like that DP. Slicer, nothing to follow.
Jumping CD, puts you right back up against the wall, and this is going to be so difficult for RocklandKyo to escape, but escape he does. And it doesn't matter, though. One clean jump in, though, from Arslan Ash, and Benimaru is down a lot earlier than you would want to see.
Yeah, especially with the amount of time that came through. So coming with a little over half health, plenty of meter as well.
Let's see how the movement here is going to be able to help RocklandKyo really throw Arslan off his feet here. We have to get those solid whip punches on Kyo and get those anti-airs. Red hand is a great way to shut that down.
Okay, at the EX, has meter, is going to spend the level 1, is going to secure the kill, dash through, will do it. And now, like you said, lead is not a lead, but look at that, look at the bar. Full yellow down on the right side for Arslan.
Absolutely, next hit is going to hurt. There we go, able to get the 2B, just a nice little confirm, not a lot of damage, but it will start to add up. And you can see RocklandKyo has to pay patiently here, just the threat of that fully loaded shotgun there on Arslan's side.
Right hand not going to do too much, gets the anti-air. Dash over fireball too, nice movement.
Very low air dash over the fireball, and here we go, nice confirm. All that damage finally adding up, tries to go for the low, but Arslan smartly rolling out of harm's way.
Almost at the point where chip is going to be a factor.
And this is what we mean by the movement, right? Arslan is having a really hard time locking down Shun'ei. Finally, we are starting to force some block strings, but there you go. The moment that you push him out a little too hard, the red hand is coming out.
Absolutely, and at correct spacings, you can actually do exactly what it did just right there. Mashes the 2A, knew that Arslan knew he had to make a play. This is the potential to be a 2-0 here. There's not been many of those here this weekend for KOF. It has been, dude, just bangers after bangers.
Absolutely. And this movement is just absolutely insane, too, from Shun'ei. Trying to go for the anti-air fireball. Not going to quite work out, though. Here we go. Might be a dead Shun'ei. No, we were a little too far away to get the pickup. That is absolutely tragic there for Arslan. You needed that hit to gain that momentum.
Empty low. Slowed it down. Dash through!
But what a throw. Oh, no! The whip level 1! And that might be all she wrote. Proxy absolutely is. There's the level 1. RocklandKyo gonna take it.
What an unbelievably sick bait there. And then the patience to just wait and watch to see that kind of super run its course. It is a potentially dangerous situation, heavily volatile. RocklandKyo not looking too worried about it.
No, not at all. How is his Shun'ei getting better and better every match?
I don't understand. I don't know.
He's just warming up, I guess. All those
Yeah,
other matches
honestly.
were just warm-ups with the Shun'ei because his movement is getting even more tight, even more precise as this bracket goes on, and that's actually terrifying, a terrifying prospect for the other players in this top 8.
Absolutely, especially with him coming from the loser side. So we always talk about that all-important loser semis match where you're able to get going and then it's winner stays. The momentum starts to roll, and that's where things can get out of control. So we're going to get to see that in just a little bit, but first, we are going to go up to the winner's side. So we got to decide what we're going to do up here on the winner's side. Like we said, Wero versus FKang. They've been waiting a while.
It is going to be 3 out of 5 as well for this match here. So a little bit of extra time to adapt, even more KOF, and I know everyone loves that.
Absolutely. And then on losers, as we've seen, two competitors, Chino Funkey and RocklandKyo. This is that losers match is going to be a dynamite.
It is.
Honestly.
And I like that you mentioned, you know, it's the winner stays on from loser semis all the way up to grand finals, right? And that's hard enough, especially if you're winning and making your all the way to grands. But in a game like KOF, that is the ultimate endurance test. KOF matches go pretty long, and you have a lot of minor and tiny interactions to think about inside every single match. So many different matchups as well. One game in KOF is like playing 3 games in another game.
And it's even more dangerous because of the 2 people that are going to be making that climb, because they are 2 super heavy momentum snowball type of big characters and type of people. But like we said, the winner's side, we have to decide first what's going to be going on. See who's going to be sitting atop the mountain waiting for the opponents to climb their way up. This is going to be, as we mentioned, 3 out of 5, our first 3 out of 5 set here in the top 8.
It should be an absolute blast as well. I'll make a prediction. I think we'll go to game 5.
I can see it.
I'll bet my channel points.
Like, listen, man. Sometimes you got to throw them out there. But again, huge shout out to everybody who is continuing to watch here. Everybody in the arena. KOF continues to thrive here. CEO 2023. This has been amazing.
You know, I gotta steal the tech of the towel to wipe the sweat off your hands. I've been seeing that a lot, specifically this week.
Dude, especially here in, listen, Daytona, it's a little hot.
It is. It's a little hot, muggy, a little humid.
Yeah, keep it dry. I like that.
Here we go. Of course, Joe staying on point. And I mean, if you look at Wero's side, Wero is playing the quintessential top-tier team here. Jenet, Kyo, Iori. You could swap out one of those characters for Krohnen and it would still be just as strong.
Esports, we call it.
It is the esports team. Yeah, absolutely.
But time to get it rolling here. Kyo versus Joe to lead it off. Winners finals. Nerve-wracking.
That's the real overhead shot there. Here we go, hopping right into it. This round start situation is going to be so important. We've seen a lot of players both backdash at round start, right? Not wanting to commit to an option.
Ready? Go!
Instead, we're both, you know, a little bit of fireworks to lead us off here. Does get the trade. Is able to find the third Rekka.
All right, throw in the corner already. Bad Tiger knee coming out. That is a huge life lead for Wero to start things off here. Check to a Meaty, gets the throw again. Already starting to establish the strike throw game early so that we can start baiting out the throw attempts, right, with those neutral jumps later on.
Oh, trying to go for the EX. There's a throw. Meaty fireball, waited for the roll, but it was a guard cancel roll, so you can't go for the punish there. You have to just wait and try and get advantage. We mashed the throw on wake up.
And now we have the Kyo mirror match here. Of course, FKang coming in with a lot of meter, but still has a long way to go. Nice DP coming out from Wero into the red kick. A challenging back. That's a punish as well with the EX DP guaranteed there. And gives it right back to him. Says, hey, that's a good trick.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the nice things is this character is so good at dealing with himself. Okay, synchronized text after the red kick. Not gonna get much, but again, that punish.
Yeah, punishing everything with the EX DP. We're just absolutely willing to spend the meter. Goes to the jump in. Nice. Gets the EX command grab as well, but still down to the wire. And the grab is going to take the round for Wero. And FKang actually spent meter there, got caught in the startup. So now we're going down to our anchor character. Kyo still looking pretty good in green. Never mind. Hold on.
Get a grip of damage off of that. 2 interactions, only 1 more to do it, but there's the DP. That's one thing that can be hard about comebacks with Chizuru is she is very good at kind of oppressing characters, but I feel like she takes a lot of incidental damage with people mashing on the clones. So there's the potential to take a ton of chip damage as this character while you're making your comeback.
And we've been seeing a lot, and not only in the qualifiers yesterday, but in top 8, people have been willing to mash on those clones and check those clones, and that is a huge part of dealing with the character. And she's going to utilize those clones as well to try and escape from the corner. Back to mid-screen we are, but a nice jump in. Even this block string going to push you all the way back.
Oh, okay.
That jump back air legs, the classic there from Jenet. Just luring you into a false sense of security, thinking you have enough room to escape.
Oh, what a trade. That was so low to the ground, such a weird interaction.
And clip, it seems like every single time FKang gets out of the corner, they get stuffed right back in. But the guard cancel thinks we're going to escape, but answers back with a guard cancel of their own. And we are just spending meter in so many utility ways, not just for the damage, right? Instead to gain spacing, to gain knockdowns. I really like the way that these players are utilizing their meter here, but Chizuru is able to take down Jenet, taking us to the anchor. Not a lot of life left though.
Yeah, anything. Actually, genuinely anything will do it here. 1 bad 2C.
Even a few bad clones will kill you at this point.
But Chizuru does have that it factor when it's the 1v1, the seal, the high potential with the level 2.
Especially on the anchor position, we talked about that a bit more. When you can seal your opponent's meter when they're in anchor, that is huge. There's the overhead, 1 more touch, but gets tossed back.
Still okay though. Finally it wears off, EXDP! Oh no, I was thinking that maybe Wero thought that as soon as the timer went off, he'd be able to kind of jump scare him with the DP, but it does not work out. FKang, what a comeback!
And the pop off as well here, look at that.
The reverse OCB, dude, so insanely solid.
All right, let's see now. Yeah, man, letting that DP rip. I think it would have worked if the clone actually ended up being Chizuru, right? If we chose to go all the way with it, but so smart to bait it out.
Oh, okay. Jumps over the Rekka, jumps the fireball. Yep, using that fireball, the Rekka rather to eat some of the fireballs is pretty effective.
And I love the patience there also. The threat of the Rekka coming out the moment that Wero lands is real. And you can tell that FKang is feeling himself. That little pop-off wasn't for nothing. Already putting in the pain here on Kyo.
Okay, EX. Very nice follow-up here. High potential for a stun, but it's not even going to need it. The super's just going to straight up kill, and Joe is going to go back to nearly full health.
I love spending the super there to kill and not just holding on to the meter, because you're going to build that meter back, right? Joe started off with no meter to begin with, and you have full health. It's just like starting the game again, except your opponent is down a character.
DP attempt didn't quite work out. We've already seen one impressive comeback in this set already.
Oh, there's the EX crack shoot, chasing down, getting the 2B, tries to go for the delayed 2B this time, not going to quite work, but the air legs coming through.
And there's backdash is okay.
And FKang is getting caught, just trying to overextend. It felt like anytime he pressed the button, he was getting stuffed by Jenet. So now Wero able to tie things up here, keeping Jenet very healthy and almost even on meter also.
Yeah, and how you approach this matchup is going to be huge. That air approach, I was going to say, is a little bit harder because that vacuum effect on the DP, so good for answering these situations.
And not only that, we've seen how willing FKang is to go for those DPs, right? There's the jump CD. Oh, jump for the low. Oh, the reset hits with the low, just goes into the throw. Very nice there from FKang. Now threatening to go up with a 2-0 lead if we can just take down this Iori. And there's the music change.
I love
the
it.
rival battle.
Oh, okay, finds the cross up here. Like you said, plenty of meter to be able to spend here. Not gonna spend much though, gonna try and be frugal on this one.
Oh, and punishing the 2D, utilizing the CD again. The way it pulls back, Proxy, is just so good.
It gives you so much room. 2C, not gonna work, but there's a Scub Gale.
Into the fireworks. Yeah, this should be a dead Iori. No, we're not willing to spend the meter. We want to hold on to it here for the Chizuru. I respect the decision, and it's going to pay off here.
But look at the meter here, FKang. We've already seen them. This character got 3 last time. Yeah, maybe she's good for 1. High potential here. Playing a little more lame. Does get the record for the frame trap.
But the 2D comes out once again, unfazed. Just jumping over to swap to the other side. You gotta watch out for these clones again, starting to get smothered by them. Oh, spacing. Yeah, that could have been a huge punish there if FKang was ready for it. Yeah, this is that high stress situation. All these straight hits not able to lead to a huge combo, but instead it's Wero who puts out the huge combo. Gonna go for the DP, no follow-up.
Okay. And then spaces out. Willing to play it a little farther away. As distance closes though, be careful. Potential for the level 2. Again, that seal really was kind of sealed the deal last time.
But here we go. We're getting a lot of these light confirms, right? 2As into 2Bs, but we're not able to convert them into anything, and it is going to be Wero who converts into the fireworks and ties things up 1-1.
Yeah, that command throw will be a big decider in situations like that. Drops the cap, but not for too far. Listen, consistent, in and out of game.
Staying hydrated as well, wiping off the stick.
Dude, yeah, I mean, as far as adjustments go, it's just really, really back and forth. I don't think there's any like major macro decisions that need to be altered between the two. It's all just coming down to the little things. You can see FKang, a little bit of a speaking to yourself, getting yourself ready. The motivational.
Ready?
Yeah, Wero is all laser focused, and you can see that FKang wears his heart on his sleeve, right? Wears his emotions on his sleeve here. But even though you can see he was a little shaken, he's keeping the nerves calm here and putting in the work, already getting that substantial lead once again. This has been a great matchup so far for FKang.
No, it really has.
Just just impeccable spacing as well. But unfortunately, that whip there is going to get you tossed into the corner. It blows through the Rekka.
Afterwards, the Rekka does get the reset actually. It's going to go for the EX. Extends a little further. Doesn't have the meter to go for too much else though.
Yeah, but the moment that he gained this corner position, FKang's back has been locked against it. Finally able to get out, but again, the EX DP vacuuming you in. This is not the way that FKang wanted the round to go after he had such a high life lead. Just one bad decision, putting yourself in the corner, and it all can crumble. The corner is such a scary place to be in this game.
A nice sweep, and Rekka from max distance, and is able to get it into the air-to-air, a perfect come through. Didn't need too much to be able to get it though.
So now we're back to square one, right? Full health with the meter lead as well. So actually, FKang has the slight advantage here, even after losing Joe first. Here we go with the up legs. Putting you into a set play situation, trying to go for the raw overhead. CD pushes so far it allows him to escape from the corner.
Oh, and then actually corner himself afterwards though. Doesn't matter. Good evasion and a throw into the corner. Looks for the overhead, is going to activate, but it's not going to work out. Yeah,
we really were trying to fish for that overhead, but now we have to make this meter count. Unfortunately, we go for the legs, and it's a punish. Not a huge punish though. FKang still able to stay alive. But this one is a little bit more substantial into the knockdown. Oki with the fireball. Oh, and the shatter strike blowing through. Not enough meter to actually, never mind, don't need it.
Yeah, listen.
I was not expecting that last hit to do that much damage, okay? Excuse me.
Listen, Miss B.
You're right, Miss B. I'm sorry, Miss B.
Here she comes again though. 3 bars has been the deciding factor in most of these matches. Guard cancel roll. Unfortunately, still in pressure though, but it doesn't matter. Harrier to the wall.
Oh, challenging with the 2B here, just keeping that pressure up. EX cracks you again and mixing up with the highs and lows. FKang is finally able to find a way out of the corner. We do go for the level 1 to get the kill. That is the right decision here. You're going to get a nice chunk of health back with that 44 seconds left on the clock here, and you're going to need all of it that you can get going into Iori.
Absolutely, and as also has an EX on deck, so there's the potential, depending on the confirm, depending on how neutral goes, can set themselves up to actually build a bar to go for the seal here, but that is not how this is starting.
And here we go into the fireworks. EX with the Rekka.
He's dead.
No, not quite. And there it is, wake up EXDP. Wero gonna go up 2-1 here. Of course, this is 3 out of 5, but I think one of the big things we're seeing is that when FKang gets put in the corner, he really starts to crumble, like when it comes to defense, right? He's having a hard time escaping from the corner without taking a lot of damage in the process.
I agree, and also, it's just a funny note. Live by the sword, die by the sword. Game 1 loses on an EXDP on a big reversal. Game 3 wins it on a huge reversal with an EXDP. You love to get to see the... that is an important fundamental in fight. Oh, hold on.
Uh-oh, we're making the swap.
Okay,
he said, Kyo no more. He left the leather jacket in the alleyway on the trash can.
So instead, we're going to go to the bandana and the goggles.
Krohnen's like Black Suit Spider-Man, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my god. So with this switch, I mean, so moving Chizuru up a little bit in the lineup here, a little less meter to work with, but potentially better matchups, and Krohnen to have that explosive finish that you always know from this character.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is kind of a last-ditch effort, too, because if you win this, you are not going to be able to swap your team anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely committed. I think that's always one of the most nerve-wracking things for sure, is that in a game like this, especially when you're a player who is talented enough to play multiple characters, it's the double-edged sword of, should I switch? Should I have switched? Did I mess up by switching, right? There's a lot that goes into it. The game outside the game definitely starts to play a part, but for now, FKang looking good here on the Joe.
Yeah, looking pretty even as well. Not scared of the trade at all, immediately sticking out the big leg. I like the check there with the 2B, stopping you from hopping out, going to be able to get the follow-up 2 with the Tiger Knee. And no, runs in, possibly to try and get a throw himself, but gets tossed. There's the legs with the full pickup on the Rekka series. And the the strike throw game from Wero has been crazy. The way that he'll just stop short and then throw you.
Oh, trying to roll. Little delay. Slide comes through, but doesn't cancel. Unfortunate stuff there. And the punish, an easy 2B.
Absolutely, and I think this is honestly the biggest lead that Wero has had with Kyo so far in this set. So FKang is really going to have to fight hard to bring things back as Wero's making those adaptations. But this is exactly how you do it with the level 1, shutting down Kyo. And this is the matchup that we wanted, right? We put Chizuru in the middle here to deal with Jenet. Let's see how it works out.
2 bars though, before Ms. B. Pushed away, going for the dash up, trying to go for the throw. Still works out.
Oh man, push back all the way into the corner. And this has been the danger zone for FKang. He's had a hard time escaping. Gets sent right back in there with the air legs.
Oh, and just straight into the low. Just trying to keep it safe and solid. The high hose. Wow, what kind of pressure.
It's scary because the threat of EX crack shoot is always there, right? So you're worried that the overhead is going to come out and then you just get clipped by the low.
Oh, but that step back into the EX. Good decision making here.
A grip of damage as well. FKang close to bringing this back in a big way. Purely jumped into the fireball that could have been disastrous. Great patience. Has to be careful. Gets the confirm there with the EX clone, but it's still not enough to get the kill. I'm surprised we actually went for the 2D there. The threat of wake up.
But the EX right away puts him down to the anchor here. FKang, a must-win situation. Iori, 2.5 bars.
Come on, FKang. I predict this is going to game 5. Don't make me lose my points.
Oh, nice anti-air.
Every single fireball block adds up chip damage, but the 2D is enough. Checking the legs there, and now we are down to set point for Wero. And we're going to see if this Krohnen decision is going to work out.
Let's come from it 6A. A couple times in a row, actually. Already got him cornered, but the Rekkas buy some room.
Yeah, and you saw that FKang was trying to stay outside of that Rekka range. That's why we didn't rush in too hard in the corner. But here we go, utilizing 6A to try and get out. Trade not going to be in FKang's favor, but still able to fight through. OTG just add an extra clip of damage. What a challenge.
Oh, okay. Has level 1. This hit'll kill.
For both players. We do have Climax on this side, but there we go, going right over the fireball. FKang takes it to game number 5.
And immediately with the fist pumps again, is just ready, feeling that energy, excited, you can tell. 1 game away from either of these players. They're both on the verge.
Take a sip of that Red Bull too.
Listen to the power up, so you need that caffeine.
It's gonna give him wings. Hopefully so he can soar all the way through this top 8 here.
Looks like we're gonna hit the order select though. Maybe a little bit switch. We're gonna move Jenet to the anchor here. So wants to potentially have a different matchup just to see against Krohnen, or potentially wants to just move Jenet out of the way of Chizuru, because that has been a volatile one.
I mean, that's the thing about Wero's team. Every single one of these characters can be in any position, right? They all function on point, mid, or anchor.
And I think that's one of the standout things about most of just like the top tiers in this game is that is like one of the, you're either so specialized and so good at your role that you're stuck there, or you are kind of a jack of all.
Yeah, and it allows you to really do what we're doing, right? Change order for matchups only.
Here we go, final game of winners finals. Oh, nice footsies. Nice footsies. Are you serious?
And doing the point-blank Tiger uppers too. Now Wero trying to fight out with the Rekkas and the CDs, but FKang putting him right back in the corner. Nowhere to run. We're mixing in these overheads too. We haven't seen that at all this set.
Yeah, bringing it out in the game 5. There's the throw though. Opportunity continues to arise, but a safe jump.
And all of that lead, all of that work just neutralized like that, evened up. One more bad Tiger knee and you lose Joe. That is so unfortunate.
It didn't work, but I liked it. Honestly, it's the first time we've represented 2 reversals in a row. I appreciate that decision.
That's all right. Chizuru can't even things up. She's put in the work so far a lot tonight. Or this morning, I should say. Okay,
good string.
getting absolutely mauled here in the corner. This is what I was talking about. FKang has a really difficult time escaping from Wero's corner pressure because Wero just sits right on top of you. It's not sitting back and waiting for you to jump out. It's I'm right on top of you, harassing you with buttons. And then if I get pushed out, I jump back in with CD.
And it's all down to this 4.5 bars.
Oh my god.
Oh, and that is not a great start.
Not at all, but if anyone can make a reverse OCV, it is Krohnen. And unfortunate there, trying to go for too many of these EXDP reversals.
Yeah, whip in a weird spot. Good amount of damage. Wakes up though. Weird situation. Whip for the run underneath. Does get back to corner control.
Trying to harass with the 6A. CD connects, gets the stall. That's one character down, but FKang still has a tall mountain to climb.
Listen, CEO has been the home of a lot of ridiculous comebacks in KOF15. This might be another one on the books. We've already had one this set, but that might be the nail in the coffin. Let's see how he handles it.
Not quite. We don't have enough meter. Instead, we just go for the delayed record to push as far to the corner as possible. Wero understanding FKang's weaknesses.
To see what an anti-air
EX, there it is. Wero moving on to Grand Finals winner's side.
Guaranteed top 2, a 50-50 shot at the belt, and has a set to give, a cushion potentially later. That is a big deal. Amazing stuff.
But FKang is not out of it yet, right? Still in the loser side of the bracket, has the opportunity to win and get that run back. But of course, it's going to be even more difficult, right? Having to win 2, 3 out of 5 sets up against a player who has looked as unstoppable today as Wero.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot to unpack as we get a little further into that. There's definitely some storylines to be written and some storylines to be continued through, but that's going to have to be a continuation in just a couple minutes. We are going to throw it to a very short break, and then we'll be right back for the conclusion of the King of Fighters 15 here at CEO 2023. Welcome back to CEO 2023. The King of Fighters 15 continues, and we are going to go straight into the losers side, that all-important losers semifinals. And we have reached my favorite portion of every single bracket. Jobber, winner stays.
It's the gauntlet. No matter who goes on, they have to fight their way all the way up. And if you win this and you make it all the way to Grand Finals, man, you are going through one hell of a gauntlet. Not only top players, but long matches too in KOF. We talk about how KOF is an endurance test. This one is the ultimate endurance test.
Absolutely, and decision fatigue starts to set in right about now. We have to see who is going to be able to, like you said, kind of plow their way through, kind of make their, stake their claim, and potentially get this belt, as well as some other prizes that I did get to see. So we got some, as well as the trophies here from CEO and the medals. We have some goodies from SNK, which is always nice because SNK always does a very good job of supporting the players with you know, a little good stuff here and there, pop bonuses here and there. We definitely love to see it.
No, shout out to SNK. They are always so good at supporting their community. Also, just great. Season 2 has been great so far. A lot of fan favorite characters coming back. We just got a brand new boss character, right?
Which I heard is so hard.
Super hard.
I haven't gotten to play it. I heard that it's really hard. That's cool to see.
But we are going to take one more look at the bracket here as well. Of course, sitting in Grand Finals on the winner's side is Wero Asamiya. And on the loser side, we are going to have Chino Funkey versus RocklandKyo, and waiting in losers finals is going to be FKang. So you know FKang is hungry for that run back here, but first we have to decide who is going to face them, and we are back down to 2 out of 3.
Yes, 2 out of 3. One more match of that in losers semi. So after that, the endurance test begins. Do you have the gas mileage to be able to make it through a situation like this? A lot of decisions to be made, and this is definitely another one of those heartbreakers here. 2 players that I think I can say, at least speak for myself in saying that this has been 2 of my favorite players definitely to get to watch.
Yeah, look at that. They're already smiles before we start. But both of these teams, too, have been really incredible to watch. Of course, you have the Clark, Ralf, Heidern team, right? Which is just insane to see that at such a high level already in a game where, you know, we're seeing a lot of Krohnens, a lot of Jenets, a lot of Ioris, bringing in 3 characters that you rarely ever get to see at this high of a level, which it's just so exciting.
Absolutely. And then on the other side, we have something that is a little more standard, but still has that flair. Benimaru, obviously, has been, I feel like we've been focusing on Shun'ei a lot, but I feel like Benimaru has a lot of the times been the quiet hero for this team.
Oh,
really, truly has been establishing a lot of leads and just being a great battery.
Yeah, being that battery for Shun'ei to be able to cook a lot more, right? Be able to use EX Red Hand. But first, it is going to be Ralf versus Benimaru to start things off. And Chino already putting in the pressure. Super aggressive team, super aggressive character.
That was a great neutral jump. Just the button was just a little too far away to be able to actually get the confirm, but does get the run under and gets the punish. The anti-air low. Standard stuff for the KOF.
And here we go, already mixing in those overheads, right? You always have to be ready for the dive punch. We try to go for the turn punch there, gets clipped by the slicer. Nice neutral jumps. A lot of neutral jumps coming out from Chino Funkey.
Yeah, definitely leading into it early and often. Is able to find the DP. And gets the roll through, so it does escape the corner here, so a much better situation. But how much better can the situation really get here? You've got to find that touch somehow.
Again, a familiar situation, the run under 2D. Chino Funkey so ready with it, and there's the huge whiff into the level 1. Absolutely going to kill. Bro, he's the out-of-body experience when you get hit with the last hit. With the speed frames.
Oh my god, dude. The speed blur is like, dude. I love it.
Yo, I love KOF. Here we go. Shun'ei gonna be a little bit more difficult to catch, doing a spacing game with that jump back blue hand, right? But we have the bar here to get the kill. Doesn't even need it. Only needed the EX on the launcher there, and already tying things up.
We say it all the time. A lead is not a lead. You cannot let things get to your head. You cannot let things feel too settled in for yourself. Getting to the next one. Again, that movement is going to be a little harder for Clark to be able to track down, but listen, predators are used to tracking down tough to catch prey.
Bro, wait, Clark is shimmying back and forth on his tippy toes with the hands out. That's scary. But right now, this Shun'ei is even scarier. Oh no, stuck out the JB instead. That is not going to cross up. No counter hit we recognize, so we didn't try to go for the EX tackle, but your back is still up against the wall. Checking with the jab. And see, not overextending here. RocklandKyo, the hand is saying, come on in, come on in. It's inviting.
Oh, okay. I like that. Out of the standing C, just takes a bunch of real estate, but doesn't overcommit too much. Just wants to close the distance, and here we go. Opportunity.
Yeah, DDT, get that Oki. We love to go for the jump CD to get those plus frames, right? That is the consistent thing that Chino has been going for. Here we go. EX, rolling death cradle. Your back is in the corner.
Oh, what a trade. Oh my god. Chip now wakes up with a super, just snatched them out of the air, quite literally.
I wonder if Chino is shocked by that. Once I saw him leave the air and the super flash come, I thought that was it. I thought he was getting the punish.
Yeah, I was mentally preparing to talk about the next matchup. Oh my god. Wow.
Oh no, the super, it still does lock down. Man, that locks down forever.
It is a very, very long amount of blocks that you have to deal with there. But in the end, it does work out. Does get the finish. Anchor battle.
Anchor battle, but of course, RocklandKyo does have a substantial meter lead here. And with Iori, that is always scary to deal with. That EX Scum Gale is a huge threat.
Sweep. Cross up, huge. EX Stinger afterwards.
Are we going to throw back to the corner? Absolutely we do. Cross is on the same side. Some of the most ambiguous cross-ups come from Heidern.
Yeah, he really does. That's the word I always try to use when it comes to this character and his mix-up. Stable. Super stable. You know what you're going to get. It is a very predictable situation that comes up, and that allows you to have a ton of control. But on the counter side, it gives you, as the player playing the defense, you're not going to know it as well as the player playing the character, but it gives you a ton of opportunity to kind of have an idea of the different situations that can come up.
Yeah, absolutely, but unfortunately wasn't able to deal with that situation at the end. Definitely holding the other side to block. And here we go, jumping straight into it, but with Shun'ei on the anchor position this time.
Flipped up the orders here, so maybe just wants to move Iori away from the Heidern, or potentially just wants to see a different look here. Doesn't have a lot of games to play with, though, obviously. This is loser semi, so it is 2 out of 3.
Absolutely, but here we go, jumping straight into still the point war. Benimaru versus Ralf. We've seen this time and time.
Oh, it just burns him right away.
Oh, trade there. Nice punish, trying to build up the meter with the lightning punch. slicer again, but there's the jump out, and it was able to get the cross up also. Taking the corner is huge here for Chino Funkey. It really allows Ralf to just crank that guard gauge, making you desperate to get out.
Okay, converts off to level 1. That was from so far. Gotta be careful how you're approaching this here. Don't get overconfident. Catch hands.
Here we go, we just go for the cross up this time. Nice blocks though from RocklandKyo. Still down to the wire. Nice jump CD. Throwing out that jump CD, recognizing the interaction in the EX turn punches. He just keeps going too.
He doesn't care.
Had an insult to injury.
Back to it.
But yeah, Iori can even this up pretty quickly here. Already backing up, throwing out the fireballs. Doesn't want to take too many risks, right? You don't want any damage to stick to Iori.
Nice jab. Didn't get too much of a punish here, but didn't want to let the Ruckus rock. And there's the EX. The OTG does take the kill. Even match again.
Even with meter as well, right? That 1 bar coming in for Clark. Almost even up with Iori's. But so let's see, maybe we actually made the switch to put Iori up against Clark. I'm curious how this play's gonna go. So far, your back is up against the wall. Nice 2D to press out. But the level 2 runs through the fire, no fear at all.
Okay.
And then one more.
Finished it up, closes the distance, is able to get one little mix off of it. Oh no.
Again, that's 2 throws. Iori's dead. We go by the rule of 2s.
That's true. Oh no, but DP. I'll make my own decisions, my own fate.
Trying to shatter expectations. Hopping through the double fireball.
Hey, listen, he said I'll do it 2 more times. How about that?
He's putting hands on him, all right? And then salutes him. What a nice guy.
Thank you for your service.
Said press F to pay respects.
Oh no, dude. 3 bars, almost 4. A lot of meter to work with here.
Trying to utilize that movement here to force Chino to overextend. If we can get a whipped grab, that would be huge for RocklandKyo, but instead punches right into the armor.
Nice back dash though. Gotta recognize the momentum was building. That's grappler brain at its finest.
Exactly. You just have to make these throws whip, especially with how many throws Chino is going for. You can get massive punishes off of them. Goes for the reset. Nice. Rolling out of harm's way. Crouching underneath the standing D.
Oh no, a pixel rolls away, but is able to chip him there. The fireball straight away into the anchors.
Yeah, final life left here for RocklandKyo, though. Has to overcome this Heidern, has the meter to do it, and the health. Oh, we're sticking my shake my hand, he said.
Oh my god. Went for it again, a little too far. There we go, this time it's gonna work out into the super. Extra damage, 1.
Ridiculous amount of damage here. Tosses back to mid-screen. Great defense, the guard gets him back, just creates some space. Able to block the EX handgun.
Oh no! One more, anything.
Yeah, not quite
Gets for game.
Yeah, we guard cancel. We have to get out of the corner. You're back up against the wall. There's no way you're going to be able to make that comeback. We need a little bit more breathing room for Shun'ei to utilize his movement.
Oh, okay. Still fine.
Trying to fish for anything here. A singular hit is all Chino needs to move on. Oh, and the anti-air low, gonna connect. We're gonna build up the level 1. Do we spend it? No, we hold it on to make sure we can get that kill. Gets the overhead as well, Proxy.
Should be enough. Yes, absolutely in the corner. It is enough. Oh, you see, again, the big exhale.
Oh,
yeah,
that's what I like to see.
It.
I like to see the confidence there, believing in yourself.
I can hear the buttons from here.
I know.
I can hear the buttons from here, dude.
It's music to my ears. Here we go, jumping straight into the next game. No order swap, we're going through it.
1-1. The last 2 out of 3 match here. Winner of this still has a long road to climb to potentially get there to get the belt.
Able to score the low. RocklandKyo can take down this Ralf without taking a lot of damage to Benimaru. This is going to be absolutely massive. Gives him the punt in the corner. Full combo into the slicer and the DP.
Okay, EX got there.
Are we stunned? That's a perfect to start things off here for RocklandKyo. 7 golden letters. The truest perfect you can get.
unreal to be able to just have that kind of momentum going into this one after that clutch that you had once before.
But now if we can shut down Clark, I think that'll be the deciding factor. Nice run up 2D, gets the EX grab.
This could potentially be the nail in the coffin, like you said. The throw, with the elbow down, good decisions.
DP's out of the, looked like a throw attempt coming out there as well.
Oh no, but the rest of your life bar is in danger.
Yeah, but we're not going to be able to kill off this. We need one more interaction. It goes for the JAEX tackle. Good by Benimaru. And after a humongous lead with the perfect, Chino immediately evens the playing field once again. Coming in with 0 bars on Clark. You know what, that's the thing about Clark. He doesn't need the meter to really cook. He is gonna need
what a track down.
Yeah, he's absolutely going to need the meter defensively, though, with how much he's being smothered by the offense of RocklandKyo.
Ooh, that's a good jump in. You need damage for it, though. Punishes with raw turnaround punch.
It's the elbow drop, jumping CD. Yeah, we wanted those plus frames. Very smart to go for the guard cancel in that situation. Bro, the scream when he's running at you.
Oh no, but he wakes up with the reversal. This is huge.
Recognizing that situation, we've seen it before, right? The 5B into grab, so instead we guard cancel. Doesn't want to hold any of it, and we're able to shut down the Clark.
2 bars. A lot of real estate to cover. Good way to start.
2 bars in a dream is sometimes all you need. Here we go. You have to block multiple mix-ups coming, and we utilize the guard cancel right at the end. I love that decision-making. The use of guard cancel so far in this round, or in this game from RocklandKyo, has been massive.
Absolutely. It definitely bought him a ton of time, but unfortunately, he's starting to run out now. He gets for game and turns into a DP. Nice reversal.
Oh, but there we go. EX teleport catching you from the backside, and it's final game, final round now, Proxy.
Always has to happen. Gotta bring it down to the edge.
Full health on Heidern as well.
Juicy, not gonna work. It's okay. Back things off. What a jump. That was a crazy angle.
Again, getting a clean jump in, has a bar to work with also.
2 hits to go. 2 clean hits. There we go. There's one. High potential here. Has the bar.
And hits again, same side. Chino Funkey with the answer back. The perfect stands up.
Jumps up right away. You see the hug between the two, but the momentum starting to build. Congratulations on 4th place. But Chino Funkey, like you said, back in the mix. And as we've said, winner stays. See the deep exhale. I love this. I love the energy. This is the optimal energy. And then we're coming to the 2 players that both have that same style. The power out, right? As soon as you win, you gotta let that energy out, get refocused. This is about to be amazing.
Absolutely. And yeah, like you said, this is the gauntlet, right? It's not over yet. You have to exhale. You have to let out some of that stress because you still have plenty of more games to go and plenty of more strong players to face.
Absolutely. We have brought it all the way down to 3 after all of the fighting, after all the players here at CEO and all the KOF that we've definitely made. This is definitely some friends along the way stuff. Yeah. But we have to continue. CEO, man, thank you to everybody joining us online, offline, here in the arena. This has been an amazing time so far.
Absolutely. Had so much fun watching all the entrances. So much fun watching all the players as well. But let's take another look here at this bracket to see how we got to this point. Of course, Wero Asamiya doing a really good job getting through here. Close match with FKang there to get into grand finals, but now he is sitting comfortably, and FKang wants to get back.
Yeah, and if anybody is just tuning in, this is going to be one of those top 8s you're going to want to go back to watch through. That winners finals was incredible. Both sides of losers quarters were incredible. There's so many matches that you're going to need to see.
Absolutely. And I mean, take a look at this too, Proxy. In our winners semis, FKang did beat Chino 2-1. So this is going to be the run back here for Chino, right? Trying to overcome the bracket demon of FKang and get that chance at that CEO belt.
And that has been the standout thing from their earlier set. A lot of the times was the point matchup. Depending on how that went, it really decided the pace for the rest of the match. Specifically, it was Joe, honestly and truly. Joe wasn't just like hard carrying, backpacking the game, but if Joe established a lead, things almost always went in FKang's favor.
Yeah, absolutely, and it depends on that lead. We've seen time and time again, especially in these most recent matches, you can get that lead, get that first character, but if you don't get damage to stick next time, it's like nothing actually happened, right? We're just down to 2v2 instead of 3v3. So let's see, jumping right into it, of course, keeping that Joe on point as always.
Okay.
One, ready, go!
Here we go. Getting into it, loser's side. Loser's finals. 3 out of 5.
Yeah, and FKang, I think, in this matchup is going to have to kind of resist the urge to go for those EX DPs. That's kind of been his downfall, right? When he loses games, he loses them a lot off of those Hail Mary DPs that get punished.
It can happen occasionally here. Does go straight into level 1 here. Chino going to try and even this up. A lot of damage.
We're going to DP anyway, though. Empty jump into the low. Not quite enough to close it. Oh, and never mind. We get the juggle there right at the end with the standing D.
Just enough. And this is what I was talking about when FKang is able to get ahead, when that Joe is able to establish some amount of a lead here. A lot of the times, that can be when it gets out of control.
And a lead that Joe, in fact, does have. Still sitting very, very healthy. But just a counter hit jab, anti-air jab into the EX tackle. Chino, this Clark, unbelievable. Here we go, rolling death cradle, taking it for a ride all the way to the corner. Joe's back up against the ropes. Oh. And he's still swinging.
Dished away. Runs up against the sweep. Don't overcommit to anything here. Does get the hop over, gets the punish.
Hit him with the boy.
Absolutely. Just run, chop the top of his head. Disrespectful.
Ready, go!
All right, neutral jump there into the CD, trying to punish the second follow-up of the Rekka, but very far apart from FKang to only go for the first one.
Yeah, definitely going straight in when the round starts. Chopper's head's on the table right away.
Straight into that Shatter Strike, all right.
Nice block, though. Patient enough, standing D, but the Shatter Strike, one good Shatter Strike deserves another one. An answer, but drops confirm.
That is tragic to see here. Getting a lot more damage off of this with the machine gun punches, catching the backdash, and there it is with the command grab. Down to Chizuru now for FKang, and Chino Funkey is looking healthy with this Clark. He's been eating his oats.
Absolutely.
4,
3 bars, though.
Yeah.
Oh, that first world problems, 2+.
Here we go, level 2. We want to seal out that command grab. That's huge.
Yeah, losing out on that reversal. We haven't seen a single EX Frankensteiner, by the way. Not a one.
I can't believe you're right. Not a single Deathlake driver either.
Oh, okay. Same side, not gonna work. Runs up, nothing actually to follow. Oh, jab connects. Can't get the confirm. Here we go, EX tackle.
Toss into the corner. Whoa! Trying to armor all the way through, but just too many hits, and we are going to lose Clark. I have to wonder if we're saving that Frankensteiner. That's crazy that we haven't seen that.
I'm nervous about that now. I just remembered he had it. A bar for each.
Yeah, Heidern versus Chizuru here, both characters with incredible range. There's the trade in the air.
The clean hit, I think, is more important for FKang, though. You want to try and lock Heidern out as soon as possible, but instead, it drops the combo, unfortunately, but still had an opportunity for mix. Spends the bar again, the guard cancel, and is able to completely weather the storm.
Yeah, but look at that guard gauge, though. Chino able to catch FKang overextending with a nice punish there, tossing back to mid-screen so we can put you into the blender. It's crazy how Heidern is one of the characters who wants to put you mid-screen, right? Wants to be able to put you in a left-right kind of situation.
Oh, went up for the run-up command throw. Not going to work. Good backdash.
Guard hits low, but gets flipped by the low. Sealed once again here, so this is going to be huge for FKang to gain some ground. We have to push as close to the corner as possible to lock down. Alright, special moves are back. Sticks out the 2D, and look at that with the EX slicer.
Right away, and you can see immediately starts looking to the crowd here, and FKang with the, yeah, okay, no, that's good. The nod. Yeah, sometimes you got to do it. That is like the most, I don't know, man. It's like, it's definitely like a meme that we go through a lot, but the head nod is important.
I mean, it's really starting to hit now. Now that we are here, right? 3 out of 5. This is the your last opportunity to get into grand finals. You're really starting to feel the pressure.
FKang not looking too. I was gonna say not looking too flustered about things here, but Chino maybe just trying to force the issue a little bit.
All right, nice damage there coming out from FKang, and an even better DP. Starting to get these DPs on point, but you know what? Chino's got them as well. 2C, but no follow-up afterwards. Didn't believe in it. Still, this level 1 should absolutely be enough to kill.
And even if it's not, there's a huge OTG, dude, the out-of-body experience on this
It's
kill.
so good. You see your soul leave your body.
Oh my god, I mean, me too. No meters available though.
He punched out all my blood.
Chino did everything he needed to get the job done. Fortunately catches the elbow to the overhead.
Oh, delay there after the Rekka. Gave Chino Funkey a little bit of room to press. But since we're giving those delays, we're conditioning you to try to press so we can punish you with the CD, and there it is, fire to the face.
True, tied up.
Well said, Max Powers. Honorary third commentator.
As always. This guy gets hired everywhere. Good spacing, nice block on the CD. Gonna hold it off, I like that, but unfortunately, wasn't able to get too much afterwards.
All right, trying to throw out that 2C. I like hopping out of harm's way there, right? You see him in the air, you know you're not gonna be able to really get a punch in that situation, just hop out of there.
Oh no, the reversal, this is huge.
Yep, into the elbow drop there for the Oki. CD, get those plus frames. It's been the same option every single time from Chino. When we get the elbow drop, we go for the C, but this time we go for JA. And how is FKang able to react to that with the neutral jump?
I have no idea. Was just so ready for it, holding up in the what seemed like an inconvenient place. Does get the guard canceled though. Doesn't want to hold the plus frames.
Look at him. He's so menacing.
I hate it.
Oh no, charges up the level 1. No, you don't. Punched right in the gut and chucked on his head.
Oh.
That's right, Max Powers. It is, in fact, match point here. Set point even for... No, not set point, excuse me. We had 2 out of 3, excuse me.
Still okay, though.
I know, I'm getting too excited.
Oh, neutral jump. That's good. Standing C afterwards. This is with the card cancel, actually. Doesn't want to deal with, again, the plus situation.
There's the 2D. Checking. That mix-up there is so scary, right? Just the 5B, 5B into the C or into the command grab. We've seen it so much.
Oh, the level 1 will take the kill. That's going to send us down to the anchors once again. Losers finals, 3 out of 5. So still a little bit to be played, regardless of which direction we go.
Oh, what a check there with a 2A. He was just hitting ghosts.
God. That's one of those out of context ones that looks crazy. He does get the poke and is able to get the command throw.
Back towards the corner as well. Oh, the immediate EX upon landing, still able to take the corner there with the jump over.
A slow fireball in the EX buys you a lot of real estate. Look at the guard gauge, had to go for something.
No, but misses the pickup afterwards. Still able to catch the back roll, and that is going to be the round. Chino Funkey going up 2-0.
Got himself in a great position here. The crowd definitely excited for it.
Says I can't feel my face.
You're gonna have to
Me
cut
too.
me. You're gonna have to cut me. Oh my god. Wow. So 2-0.
And you can see the emotion there in FKang's face as well, right? Knows that we have to make this reverse 3-0 to stay alive.
And they're both going to go straight back in, no hesitation. Neither one of them willing to come up for air.
Oh, and there we go. Mixing in the overheads. Goes for the low this time. Just mashing on that
Dude,
2C.
might as well. From that spacing, I think it's a great call.
Yeah, eventually, you're going to stick something out that's going to get hit. All right, there we go with the EXDP.
Okay, did get the punish, but a lot of damage to come through with the level 1 and the OTG. It should be just enough. Doesn't even need the OTG. Joe is just like, he's kind of getting abused in these death situations.
Someone help our man Joe. But that is a lot of life here for Chino Funkey going into Kyo. This Ralf has been putting in a lot of work, but the backdash, had already committed to the backdash. That was a huge opportunity to get a punish.
Okay, EX Rekka dashes up, good break. Oh! Punish. Not able to get too much more.
And there's the punish. Optimal with the 2C, but didn't get a follow-up with the 3D.
Back and forth, we are just dropping stuff. Those little bits of damage here, but sitting on the lead here, Chino, you're happy to honestly have these kind of spaghetti situations here. Not only do you have a character that thrives in that, but you also have the lead.
And the nerves are high. Here we go, finally able to get it confirmed. 3D into the EX red kick. Should absolutely be enough with chip damage there on the first hit of the Rekka.
Yeah, guarantee was just gonna buffer through the Rekkas there. Smart stuff. It's gonna bring this a little more even now. Big meter lead though for Chino, a full bar.
Yeah, but I mean, this matchup in particular, FKang has had such a difficult time dealing with Chino's Clark, with Kyo. And he's just playing such a fundamentally sound Clark who leads into these different mix-ups.
Oh no, into level 2. Gotta work this thing out. That's what I need right now.
Not that.
Not that part, no, just the first part. Oh, okay, spacing. Anything will do it. A sweep potentially, almost gets the whip punish, but does get the jump over, still finds the hit. Chino is threatening the set.
With this Clark here, Clark is going to get back to, I believe, yeah, full health Clark coming into this. Still with Heidern on the back end, and we know how strong the Heidern has been. FKang really needs to dig deep to bring this back with Chizuru. Has the meter, has the dream, but can they fulfill it?
The blocks, nice jab.
And then the run up 2D, just slowly gaining ground, walking you to the corner. We want the OP. Jump CD. Absolutely for the plus frames there.
Okay. He's gonna go for the seal too. The decision. 4.5 still left over and finds the hit again. Should be enough to kill. Absolutely.
Final round. Time to go big or go home.
All right, here we go. Still set point for Chino Funkey. Not a lot of meter for FKang to work with here, but we do have the life.
This is gonna be an explosive couple touches though. Nice block.
Yeah, it already committed to the fact that it was going to hit by canceling into that level 1 here. And already down to half health. This is huge for FKang. Wake up with the EX reversal, immediately into the grab. Oh, empty jump into nothing, trying to bait out that reversal. I like the idea there from Chino.
Oh no, hit them both. Send them both to the EX stinger.
Is that a happy birthday?
Still counts, gets a throw, opportunity strikes.
And there it is, the EXDP finally comes out, but we answer with our own, and there's the grab.
And the emotion, you can see it. Incredible fight between the two. Chino is going to be able to get it done. It's going to go into grand finals through the losers side. And this has been genuinely an emotional roller coaster. Watching Chino climb back up to this situation. And we finally have brought it down to 2, Jobber.
Yeah, 2 more. Chino versus Wero. Of course, Wero is going to be sitting on the winner's side. He has been laser-focused precision all weekend here, showing no emotion on the sticks, right? Up against a player who wears their heart on their sleeve, and that's what you like to see. We love those kinds of matchups.
Yeah, it's definitely cool to get to see between the two, but this is going to be, either way, I can confidently say we're going to crown a worthy champion. There is a belt to give away as well as some other hardware, and you can see the path that we took to make it to this position. A lot of amazing players in this top 8 who have continued to shine and did an amazing job to make it into this situation, but in the end, it comes down to 2, a set to give for Wero, but you do not want to let, with a team like Chino's and with a player like Chino that likes to drive the momentum, you do not want to go to that second set.
And Chino already doing an incredible job so far. 3-0 against FKang. Like, that is just a hell of a way to do it. Conquering FKang when they lost earlier on in top 8, 2-1, right? Coming back with the 3-0, that is huge, and that is a huge wave of momentum going into the other player who you have to fight here with Wero Asamiya.
And that also, you have to consider the fact that it is less games today than it would have been in later situations like yesterday and things like that, but has also played the maximum number of games possible, essentially, for this tournament. went into winner's side, lost right away, has had to play a set over and over and over. So Wero is going to be coming in a little fresher here. But in the end, it might not matter. We'll have to see what ends up being the decisions between the two. But it is finally time. Grand Finals here at CEO 2023, King of Fighters.
Let's get it started. There we go, already shaking hands before it even started.
Oh, man.
Party up in here.
Hell yeah, Max Powers.
So the stage is set. Let's see it. The round start's going to be very, very important here. We've seen everything from backdash and jump back to CD canceled Rekka. We have been rolling dice at 99 seconds. So we'll have to see what ends up being the decision here. Chino, there's no time for Red Bull. We got to play.
Needs that extra fuel though. But here we go. Already trying to put in the pain. Nice answer from FKang there with the DP. Excuse me, from Wero with the DP.
The Rekka's good stuff. Amazing damage.
All right, starting to slow things down just a little bit here. Understandable for Chino. All right, you're down on life. Haven't even gotten a single hit of damage on the Kyo. Wero happy to just hang back and let the clock run down at this point. Not overextending.
Yep, almost had a bar himself. Dashes up, and look at that. The movement bait. Runs forward and gets just enough room, but here we go. What a turnaround.
A turnaround this could be here. No OTG this time. Instead, we just want to keep the pressure on, pushing towards the corner with that Oki. Throwing out those 2 Cs.
Backdashes. DP for the anti-air, but in response, he get one of his own.
Yeah, I like it stopping short to go for the 2B as well. We start off pretty explosive here, but now things have really started to settle down.
What an anti-air. Gets a sweep as well. Nice tech. That was everything. Double overhead is blocked. What a turnaround. Good defense.
But again, we've said it so many times tonight, a lead is not a lead. Look at the amount of health and damage that stuck to Wero. All Chino needs is one command grab, and we are evened up once again.
This is my favorite KOF song, too. I'm jamming right now. I'm living life.
Oh
3D
my
straight to the
God.
super.
The hard commit there. Even gets the CD.
Air to air, absolutely, an easy confirm. As a Clark player, that's what you have to be looking for. As soon as you see that air to air come through, you gotta buffer right away.
And I believe that is full health back to Clark, absolutely here. And again, after all of that work, we are tied up once again here with Clark versus Jenet. There's a clean jump, and we are absolutely going to spend that EX to get us locked down here in the corner.
Has a bar too. Gonna go for the guard cancel, jumps over. That was a weird roll at the end, but it doesn't work out. Oh, he backdashes! He gets out of the command throw! Another amazing decision!
And that's what you're gonna have to do. So far, Chino has been pretty straightforward with his command throw setups, right? So if you can bait those out, bait out the command throws, you can shut down Clark and shut down a huge part of his game plan.
Instant overhead right afterwards, too, to be able to close out the character. Clark a little too tall, but here we go.
Nasty.
Again, speaking of tall, coming through.
Something we're familiar
Hey,
with.
listen, the beret gives him another inch.
You're right.
The knockdown, though. Heavy fireball, slow and steady.
Oh, these trades are not good for Chino. All this damage starting to add up. Back is stuck up against the wall. We try to escape. No, he's going for the DP. Are you kidding me?
Flash kick ready? Crazy stuff. Gonna look for the mix-up here. Rolls away. Puts him in the corner. Was too hard. But what in the world happened? He just finds the commando at the edge.
You probably tried to press the button. You stopped blocking something. That's going to be huge now for Chino. Doesn't quite have a bar yet. Stays same side with the mix-up.
Oh, okay. Gonna jump over. Knock right there. Like that sweep. EX actually gets answered. Straight to the wall.
Oh, nice tech throw there. Such a dangerous situation. Tries to go for the run through, but gets stuffed in the process. No whip punish either.
Still okay. Anything. EX gets the hit. No meter coming into Iori. Iori, anything will kill. Anything that leads to fireworks. 2B quick max might be on the menu here.
Oh, the patience. Who gets the clean jumping, and just like that, Wero is going to take game number 1.
And again, coming from the winner's side, has a set to give, but you do not want to let it go that far. We're not expecting any character changes. We're not expecting very much of an order change in any degree. It's gonna be, we're going to be on the straight and narrow, I do believe. He's already practicing his combos right now.
Exactly.
He's imagining the ass beat.
Round 1. Ready? Go!
All right, round start situation again. Wero consistently backing up to give some space, right? He likes to try and play that whip punish game, likes to see how his opponent tries to approach.
Okay. Dash up, finds a throw.
Counter hit, jump CD, there's the throw again.
Oh, drops the elbow this time. Overhead way too far, but it doesn't matter. CD in response. Hesitation kills.
But there we go, DP to be able to escape. We have to find a clean hit though, and there we go. Gets a hit for the knockdown, straight into a throw of his own.
Oh my god.
Not that much of a punish though.
Definitely not a situation in the end, but it ends up trading out, and that is going to be good enough. Kyo always happy to trade with pretty much any character in the game. Nobody's really going blow for blow with this guy.
No, absolutely not. Except for maybe Yashiro.
Maybe.
But he ain't on the screen, all right? Instead, it is Clark DPing through the attempt at the command grab, but there's the Shatter Strike.
Double turnaround. DDT into the elbow. Time for the mix. Same side.
Yeah, keeping it nice and tight there. The threat of the DP is real. We've seen so many DPs out so far from Wero.
Oh no, a decent opportunity there, but it's not going to work out.
And the neutral jump, giving him the cold shoulder there with the CD into the leg loops.
Oh, okay, on the dash up. Last time I got DP, so I appreciate the bravery.
Oh, but there we go. EXDP banking it on that. I mean, it would have worked. It would have chipped out, right?
Dude.
Even if we blocked that, it would have been chipped out. So it was a good decision there from Wero to just spend it.
But now, unfortunately, Heidern coming into a hell of a comeback, we'll call it.
First things first, we have to get rid of this PO. There's the EX red kick. Even more launchers. Letting it just drop for the throw reset? That is genius.
Absolutely playing with so much confidence right now. We're looking for the 2C, not going to find it. The blocks and a better roll away.
Flowing straight through the fireball as well. Utilizing EX moves in such a proficient way, a utility way.
Okay, is able to get the drain. Good amount of meter, good amount of life.
Finally takes a round.
Still in it.
Still in it, but still has an uphill battle to go here. Jenet coming in with 2 bars is going to be so scary. You're going to have to deal with her air movement here as well. There we go, level 1, carrying you all the way to the wall. With the extra damage, and makes out the reversal. Wero up 2-0 proxy.
Definitely put Chino in a really tough spot there. Felt like he needed to commit to something, and that is kind of the whole point of the structure of that offense. We are moving into what could potentially be the final game, but we are going to go to order select here. We saw Heidern go to point once already.
I think putting Heidern point against Kyo might not be a bad idea.
I would put Clark first.
I would too, to be honest with you. Clark is a great point character. We see him play in that position a lot, but instead it is going to be Heidern point, Clark second, and Ralf anchor.
We've already seen this formation once, and it did work out. So there is high potential for it.
Nothing will stop
Ralf with
the
meter
show.
is, we'll call him deadly.
He can be.
And Heidern, like you said, he doesn't have to always be the character to cash out meter. He can still go for those command throws. He can still just kind of chuck the booms. His fireball game works out pretty well. But as you said, he is a liar.
He is a liar, that's right. He wants to lure you in to put you into that mix-up.
I'm zoning. This might be the final game of KOF here.
Here we go, trying to jump in already. You can see Chino being a little bit more patient than usual. Of course, with Ralf, you do want to go in, but with Heidern, you can afford to sit back a little bit. Nice anti-air with the 2C.
Jump back, that's good. It's the legs.
Too far away, though. Tries to go for a little bit of a reset after that hop-in. A micro walk forward. And one thing, though, that is huge here for Heidern is the range, right? On the normals, the range being able to out-poke Kyo, and you can see that that's already working a lot. The truth is about Ralf is he is a little stubby, right? 2C is great, but it is quite stubby.
Damage. Getting yourself back into this one. Finds the jab. Was looking for that strike throw. Like you said, it has been a crucial portion of the game plan.
Nice checks there with the 5B. Jumps right over the Rekka, and we're finally able to take down Kyo early on.
committed to the EX there. It was definitely just trying to shoot for the stars, finish things off before they really needed to get started.
Able to score the anti-air there too, a little obvious on the jump in from Wero. Beautiful neutral jump.
Try to take the stop sign out, not gonna work.
Oh, you're dead. There we go. Wow. Great confirm there, and great routing from Wero. Able to take down Heidern, and now it's the boy, it's Clark.
Coming into a kind of a tough matchup though.
This is Chino Funkey's strongest soldier.
Oh, we've seen Commando almost every time there. If he'd gone for the armored one, there was a high potential. But instead, we get the quick max.
Yeah, quick max is going to combo there into the EX command grab, turn punch. We just go for the Oki jump CD. And Wero trying to run away. There we go, able to score the legs into the knockdown. Go for the frame kill. Oh.
Okay, hi-ho, nothing afterwards. Guardgate's not in trouble yet.
See the page is running on it. I thought he was going to run in and grab it.
It's looked like it. He still hasn't used Frankensteiner.
I know, he's driving me insane, Proxy.
Back in the corner.
Oh, and the CD, but not able to get anything off that wall splat, unfortunately. Blocks the Shatter Strike, the 2D, excuse me, the 5D whiffs, but the 2D does connect.
Okay, gotta get on the board here, Chino. Opportunity. Opportunities like this do not come often. 2.5 bars for Iori.
You have to play this so patiently as Chino. Don't want to overextend because the moment you get touched, Clark is history. You need to set up Ralf for a good situation or just close it out here.
There we go. Is that enough?
With the fireworks, absolutely. No, we don't go for the EX.
Opportunity though, still. Gets the throw, here we go, into the anchors.
And tournament point for Wero.
Look how even it is too, just on every single front, high potential. Look for the 2C, trying to poke this out. Iori, Scum Gale, not gonna work.
But the anti-air does. Chino is trying to jump in to get that pressure started. There's the guard cancel. Doesn't want to be caught in a tough situation and doesn't want to have his back up against the ropes.
C into the DP, good call. Anti-airs, crucial. Hopping back and forth, a little bit of movement back and forth. Gets the 2C, opportunity again. Rocket punch.
You're gonna be able to get the set play off of this as well. Strong Oki just goes for the jump in. Nice DP out of the pressure though from Wero. Rushes on in but catches him in the air so isn't able to get a full confirm.
2 bars and kills here potentially. If it's a clean hit, if it's a clean jump in, we might just see the end of the tournament.
Rolls out of the corner here, and the guard cancel wants to keep him locked down. This is huge. It could all end right here.
Finds a low.
Level 1, here it comes. There it is. We have your CEO 2023 champion, Wero Asamiya.
Absolutely incredible. Just and so well deserved. I said it as soon as we got into this top 8, was coming in looking like the player to beat. And listen, to be the man, you got to beat the man, and nobody could do it today.
No, not at all. I heard that woo.
Appreciate that. Dude, absolutely incredible stuff, and just so absolutely well deserved.
Yeah, our champion here earning that coveted CEO belt with the nice white leather straps this year. What an incredible tournament, Proxy.
Absolutely. My King of Fighters continues to deliver, and I appreciate not only everyone that is watching at home, but everyone here that woke up early in the arena to come here to come support KOF, and to SNK for always doing their best and always doing the most. Honestly and truly, they always give out a ton of different goodies at all of these different events, pop bonuses, as well as kind of expanding on their games. We talked about it a little bit on the previous stream, but they just had their stress test for rollback for KOF 13, which I know is definitely plucks the heartstrings for a lot of people that have played some of the other KOFs.
Absolutely. We just implemented implemented crossplay as well into KOF15, as well as 3 more characters on the horizon for Season 2. And then, you know, Garo 2 is on the horizon. Samurai Showdown is getting its rollback. I heard the pop for Garo.
Yeah, of course. As one does.
I'm so hyped for Garo too.
Dude.
But the future of being an SNK fan, of being a KOF fan, is very, very bright.
Absolutely, and it's a pleasure to get to be involved in the slightest in all of these things, to all the players, to everybody on production, to everybody who is doing all of the media, the TOs. It has been an amazing CEO, and it continues to be amazing. There's so much more action. We're not even close to done with the day. This is the early block.
The very first top 8.
It's unreal the amount of stuff that we're going to be having going on here on CEO Gaming, as well as all of the other streams today. There's going to be so much action. Top 8s throughout the day, as well as people qualifying. Today, Saturday. Sunday is for championships and kind of putting belts on people, kind of getting the championships. But Saturday, today, this is the exciting stuff to me. This is where this is the nitty-gritty.
There's still a lot of top 8s to come here in the arena as well, because, of course, after KOF, we are going to see some Dragon Ball Fighters. But before we get to that, we want to celebrate our top 8 players, all right? So we're going to throw it back to the ring.
All right, how was that for your CEO 2023 KOF Top 8? That's crazy. In 7th place, coming all the way from Mexico, Gummy! Also in 7th place, repping United States of America, Coach Steve! And in 5th place, Pakistan's representation, Arslan Ash! Also in 5th place, representing Peru, Yurikov! In 4th place, representing Colombia, RocklandKyo! In 3rd place, representing Brazil, FKang! In 2nd place, also representing Peru, Chino Funkey! And your CEO 2023 KOF15 Grand Champion, Wero Asamiya! This man's getting all the goodies. He's getting all the goodies.
Whether with the pad of sticks here to win, no theatrical tricks. I want the glory when it's done.
Make some
My
noise!
community's ozone, effort legendary in a pit of wolves, elevate to level scary. Only here to put myself against the best, using fundamentals intact, gain advantage among the vets in countless sets. My entrance incredible yet. Wait till I sit down and opponents sweat. No lag, just testing skills, made the best win, but it's probably me for real. You noobs better chill. Been waiting for this tournament to resurrect.
Well, with that, it looks like that is going to be the end for us. For King of Fighters 15, Jabali's out here talking to the street and talking to everybody in the arena. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. And there's a ton more on CEO Gaming. Jobber, a pleasure, as always.
Always. And remember, Dragon Ball Fighters is going to be coming up next. But thank you all so much for joining us. And remember, CEO, King of Fighters, forever.